This will be the cheapest 1x4 scale figure of all time. You are getting Masked from Nikke, you are getting Hosho Marine from Hololive as well, looks exactly like her. And you're also getting Patrick from SpongeBob. Hi and welcome back to the channel. I'm Steven with your Wonder Festival Summer 2025 figure event coverage, which took place on Sunday 27th of July. So I have done all the hard work once again, organizing everything into figure companies, the manufacturer, the title, the game, the anime the character came from, or the artist that illustrated the character, and the character's name I've all organized nicely. So this will be easy for you to keep up, right? And if there is a title I would love to give to OneFest 2025 summer, that would be Nikke Apocalypse, because my prediction came true, way too true in fact. I predicted way back last year saying that Nikke and Blue Archive will be big in year 2025, and oh boy, they managed to surpass my own expectations because things are even crazier than I initially anticipated, which is bad news for my wallet obviously. Well, I would say Nikke and Azulane, they have almost an equal number of figures, which tells you a lot how much steam Nikke is gaining in the figure industry. Meanwhile, Blue Archive has a bit lesser figures, not that many. FGO is dying, and Genshin Impact once again is nowhere to be found. This time around, to avoid a repeat of OneFest Winter where my video went over 3 hours, what I'm doing over here is that I'm not covering action figures and Nandos. There are no Nandos at all because Good Smile and their gang, Max Factory Fat Company, did not show up. You know, they had Smile Fest just a month ago, so that is good news for me. And outside of action figures, which is not my expertise, I am also skipping past the figures that were already on pre-order. So some companies like Aniplex, Astrum Design as well, they want to avoid their booth from looking too empty. So they would maybe have very few new products, new figures. So the extra space they have, they display the older figures that are already pre-order open for the past few weeks or months. So I will be skipping past those since I already discussed those figures in my figure news fix. So yeah, that should keep the length of this video in check. So without further ado, now we shall move on to my folders over here. I've organized everything nicely. You can also check out all of these pictures in my Discord server. The link to join it is down in the descriptions below. Alright, so this is how this is going to work. I will be going through every figure company in alphabetical order, and on the top right corner of your screen, you can see the image file name, which is arranged in the order of figure company, origins, which is anime game title or the artist that drew the character, followed by the character name. So you get to see every character's origins and their details in case you want to search for them in MFC. Yeah. So starting off with Alice Glint, we have Amahiro Aizelnot's Masaki Gallet. Yeah. So this one was announced back in OneFest Winter, unpainted back then. Now we have her finally painted, and this looks pretty complete. Like, should be pre-order opening in the coming weeks, yeah. Well, I know nothing about Amahiro Aizelnots. I look at the character design, it reminds me of those Eroge VNs from 10-15 years ago, where you pick the heroine that you like, you go through a series of stories, and then at the end, you will be dating her, be kissing her, and who knows, you'll be making babies as well. I'm not sure if that is the kind of game this title is. If I'm wrong, let me know. But character design reminds me of those kind of games, yeah, and I actually like it. The next one here, also from the same game, we have Shirley Warwick. Yeah, looks pretty finished and ready for pre-order anytime soon. I know nothing about these characters, yeah, just that, I like their bases, you know, for looking detailed in a way. They are not too plain simple, not a plain plastic disc. This is nice, yeah. Okay, moving up next, we have Alice Glint, Boryoku Elementary School. You see, I'm not sure if that title is correct because, you know, I was up very early in the morning. And while compiling all of these images over here, sometimes, you know, the information on the figure, they are in fully Japanese, and then I had to use a combination of translation and also image to text And sometimes those kind of apps can make mistakes. So I have no idea what this Boryoku elementary school thing is, but this is a really random figure from Alice Glint. Simple JK from no idea. Yeah. It is I don't even know what to say, but this doesn't look like the kind of figure that Alice Glint would make. The next one here from Cafe Stella. Yep, Cafe Stella. Alice Glint Nozomi Sumizome. I like this a lot. And the paintwork on the hair, you see? The gradient, the orange brown over there. I love it. Very nice. And man, that pancake she's holding is making me hungry. There are already 2 Cafe Stella figures on pre-order, I think. Already 2 by Alice Glint as well. This is the 3rd one. And the next one here, the 4th one, this is 1 by 3.5 scale Shiki Natsume, also from Cafe Stella. If I have to predict the price, it is under 35,000 yen. Maybe 33, 34k max. Yeah. So Alice Glint, they have the occasional 1x4 scale. That is what I would call them, but they're a bit bigger, and even though they are a bit bigger on paper, the prices are closer to 1x4 scale figures. So they're actually great values. This one was also from One Fest Winter. Like, Alice Glint barely has anything new. All of these are updates from the previous One Fest. Next one here, okay, this should be new. Tenshi Shoujo Reboot. Yeah, I think I've heard this title before. Tenshi Shoujo Reboot. Hoshikawa. You see, the file name is too long. I couldn't read the whole title over here. Anyways, this is a new figure, brand new announcement. And also from Tenshi Shoujo Reboot, we have something Kugumi. Can I extend? Oh, alright. I just had to pull the sidebar a bit more. Her name is Kohibari Kugumi. I like this one a lot. And the previous one, the name happens to be Kaguya Hoshikawa. Alright, so that is all for Alice Glint. Moving on to Alphamax. Oh boy. The 1x4 scale Azulane figures keep coming. Because that is where the money is, right? So the first one here, Azulane Bartolomeo. I find it interesting that some Azulane characters get a lot of figures while others are just getting the very first ones, such as Elsai's. Yeah, we'll get to that in a second. The next one here, this is Bremerton. She has so many figures, and this is just a teaser. Looks like a Christmas version. Maybe coming out before December 2026. Yeah, 2026. This has to come out before Christmas, and she won't make it for this Christmas this year. Next one here, we have Chikuma from Azulane. Now, this one is really nice, just that, yeah, her melons are kind of big. And one more thing would be, yeah, the kind of censorship I use in my images. In case you're new and watching my first video on this channel, I like to draw rectangles or squares on Oppai, because this is meant to confuse the AI algorithm that YouTube uses to scan for adult content before you even publish the video. You know, the way AI works, it is shape recognition. To recognize the shape of Oppai and Oshiri. So if you mess with the shape a bit, they get confused, they let it pass. Yeah. My goal over here is to let you guys see roughly what the figure looks like, yet not censor too much, not cover too much that you couldn't tell what the figure design is. So you can still roughly tell the shape of the Oppai and what outfit the character is wearing. But yeah, like very minimal levels of censorship. And my goal over here is not really to do something that is against YouTube's rules and then try to bypass it. That's not my goal. All of these pictures mostly are allowed on YouTube. The problem is that the red flags by the AI, there are a lot of false red flags, and then I have to apply to the human moderators to review it and overturn it. That takes time, so I don't want my schedule being derailed. So I would rather avoid getting flagged in the first place, which is why I do this kind of drawing on the pictures over here. The next one here, we have Franklin from Azulane. It is just a teaser pic, but I really wish that they show us the picture of the face, you know, like, it is just a CGI image at this point. Just show us the face instead of just the body. Up next, we have 1x4 scale Kashino from Azulane. This one is going to be a hot seller. And Kashino has one of the most recognizable opais in Azalane. I mean, you show me just 2 melons, you don't show me the face, you don't show me the rest of the body. I look at the melons, I know that it's Kashino. Yeah. So there's one more interesting Kashino figure in the Apex Toys section later, which I would like to discuss in detail later on. I find it very funny. So this is the 1x4 version. If it is too big for you, there is a 1x7 coming up in the same cow bikini outfit. Yeah. Up next we have MAGI from Azalane. Okay, also by Alphamax, also a 1x4 scale. I almost mistook her as Bremerton earlier because she's still unpainted, right? But yeah, that object on her head, that can't be Bremerton. Anyways, this one, the pose is quite nice as well. And then we have Mogador. Yes, finally a 1x4 scale of her. Good Smile just put a swimsuit version of her on pre-order weeks ago. Yeah, Mogador, I think it was Good Smile at Shanghai. So now we're getting more options. I believe Apex Toys also has one coming up. Yeah. This one looks like Bunny's suit to me. Like, very similar to Bunny's suit, but she isn't wearing any bunny ears. Up next, we have Shinano from Azalane. This is also going to be a hot seller. Musashi is Shinano is very popular as well. Is this Shinano or Musashi? No, this is Shinano. Right? I mean, it is hard to tell from the unpainted sample, but yeah, the ears gave it away. It is Shinano. This one looks like lingerie to me. Quite nice as well. And then this is from Senran Kagura New Link Katsuragi. 1x4. So now we'll go for the ones made by FuRyu, which is excellent because of the the Japanese kimono version, the Sakura kimono version that went on pre-order months ago for 40,000 yen. I think those two were some of the best 1x4 skills by FuRyu in a year. Yeah, but they were 40,000 yen. Now we have a laundry version from the looks of it from Alphamax 1x4 as well. And then, of course, there will be Yumi. Yumi is super popular. Yeah. So this is once again just a teaser picture, but at least you get to see what her outfit design is like. And that is all for Alphamax 1x4 skills all the way. I have no idea what happened to SkyTube. You see, SkyTube is a branch of Alphamax. They do 18 plus figures. But yeah, I haven't heard much from them recently. They make very few figures. Maybe those are not selling that well, not too sure. But yeah, the next brand over here, which I'm pretty excited about because their figures are amazing, Amakuni. So this company announced quite a bunch of new figures over here. The first one here is artwork by Lovey, Living Gods Lumium. As usual, I'm normally not that big of a fan of bunny girls because I feel they're way too overdone, way too many of them out there, and then there are low budget figures out there doing the same thing. But this bunny girl figure is so pretty. I think it is because of the details you're getting around her legs, all those belts, right? It makes the figure looks more detailed. So, I mean, the thing with bunny girls is that I think in the end, it depends on how the character is designed. The lazy way would be what FuRyu has been doing for the past decade. I mean, yeah. But this is like the better way to design a bunny girl figure, to make it look a bit different, a bit more detailed, and make it attractive. Yeah. Just that, yeah, two love-shaped objects on her opai. I believe that they should be cast-offable. Yeah. Amakuni does occasionally make edgy figures, but it is more like soft-core edgy. They only make figures that are cast-offable on the top but not the bottom. This looks like one of those figures to me. Yeah. Paintwork is beautiful. Look at the heavy shading on the bunny ears. Yeah, on the hair. The color gradients, man. I love Amakuni for that. Up next, we have art by Nikke, Kirin Thoughts. Yeah, original character by Amakuni. I believe this one was revealed in One Fest Winter. Now, this one turns out way better looking than I initially expected. I guess it is just Amakuni doing their magic again. It is one of the higher tier figure companies to me, and when they do get it done right, I regard them as better than Good Smile even. Yeah. Up next, we have Koharu Date from Blue Archive, already painted. One of the better looking Blue Archive figures, if not for the simple pose, man. So if there is one weakness, one thing I don't like about Amakuni is that they tend to follow the official character art very faithfully. I think Aniplex is also like that. So while they make their figures almost perfect, they can be boring to look at because of this reason alone. Yeah, they go for the simplest official character art. This one, if I have to guess the price, 24K, yes, that is a lot for 1/7 scale lolly figure, but Amakuni stuff has always been expensive. Next up, we have Date Alive Tokisaki Kurumi. Looks like, yeah, One Piece swimsuit, the full body coverage kind. And it is too early to tell what the figure will look like. It looks plain over here, looks like low detail, but who knows what kind of decal and, yeah, paint they'll do on the surface. So this is too early to tell. Up next, Amakuni wants a piece of the Nikke profit as well. So we have Ludmilla from Goddess of Victory Nikke, and man, this thing looks expensive. Probably 30,000 yen, if not more. And I want it so badly because I think this is so beautiful. Like, I love highly detailed characters, and this is one of those kind of figures. While no scale is mentioned, I believe all of Amakuni's figures, with the rare exception of a few, they're all 1/7. There were a few 1/6 scales by Amakuni, but this should be 1/7, I think. And let's hope they put an LED in the lantern she's holding. That would be amazing. Up next, we have Masked Pirate Heart from Goddess of Victory Nikke. Simple bikini again, I mean. We have like 4 different masked figures to choose from in this one fest alone. Yeah, there was 0 before this. And this is like the simplest one amongst all of them. But look at the gradients paintwork on her bikini, on the hair, right? The pink, you have that dark hot pink, and then further up it is lighter pink. Same thing with bikini. The margins on the outer border is darker pink, and then the center, go towards the center, it is lighter pink. Man, I love this kind of paintwork. Even simple figures can look a bit more detailed just by changing the way you paint them. This one, I'm not so sure if I will get it yet because it is too simple and there are so many other options to choose from, but we'll see. Up next, we have Viper. This is something I want. Yeah. So, Alter is releasing a new Viper scale figure this month, I think. I am not sure if it is already out. The pink bunny version. And I'm still undecided whether to get it. Maybe I should and review it. And then I'll decide what to do with the figure later on. But this would be the actual Viper figure I want because it is kind of hot in a way. And it is more detailed because it is not a bunny figure. Like, she is partially undressing, revealing bikini underneath, or is that lingerie? But anyways, this is more detailed than what Alter did. I'm glad to see more Viper figures. Seriously, because up to this point, only Alter had a scale figure of her. Up next, we have Rent a Girlfriend, Sarashina Ruka from Amakuni. Oh yeah, they already have a figure of Chizuru in a very similar swimsuit, and it was pink and white, I think. That figure was so simple, but apparently it was popular. Do you like Chizuru or do you like Ruka? No, if I was Kazuya, I would just date Ruka, man. Why are you so fixated on that rental girlfriend who may not date you for real? Meanwhile, this JK over here, she is technically still in high school, is sticking on to you like glue, ready to make babies with you. You just wait for her to become legal age. But I think high school age is already legal in Japan. Their legal age is 16. In my country, 16 as well, not 18. So yeah, legal age is just a man-made rule. Nobody knows what is the correct number. You can go and ask God after your time is up on this planet Earth. Yeah, nobody knows the real number actually. Okay, moving up next. Oh, this is good. Taimanin RPGX Akiyama Rinko. I have always wanted Taimanin figures, but I just couldn't spare budget for it. I only have nice things to say about Amakuni stuff. You look at this one. I mean, no product pictures. It is just a product picture, but sometimes you look at the picture alone, it makes you want the figure. This is one of those examples. And oh, that bodysuit is amazing as well. Up next, the last two are from Yu-Gi-Oh! Envy. I think Envy is the name of the dragon. I forgot to name the dude over there in my file name. And also Izayoi from Yu-Gi-Oh! This Izayori looks great as well, but she reminds me of Karen from Code Geass a bit. Character design. So that is all for Amakuni. A couple of Nikke figures that I really like, and that Taimanin figure I suppose, and not much else. Okay, moving on to Amiami. Nothing new, to be honest. Like, these figures were unpainted 6 months ago. They are now painted. So they are not exactly very new announcements. This is Azalane Janus. The color gradient is nice though. And I have to wonder who is the one manufacturing all these figures from Amiami. It is mentioned that the figure is by Amiami, but more like they outsourced the manufacturing and they're just slapping their own name on the figure, their own brand on the figure, right? I have no idea who is making this figure, but the next one, yeah, Ako. This thing has been on in prototype for a year now, since last year, finally painted and looks pretty ready for pre-order. Blue Archive Ako, and once again, the paintwork is nice on the hair. On the uniform, I couldn't tell over here whether it is nicely shaded or not. And then, this one over here, also from the previous One Fest, even the student council has holes. Mutsu Komaro, this is a 1x4 scale. So the thing of this figure is that this is manufactured by Apex Toys, in case you did not know. Yeah, I'm very sure this figure is made by Apex Toys, so it is more like Amakuni contracted Apex Toys as the manufacturer for this figure, but they slapped the Amiami name on it. How did I know? That signboard that was cropped off in this image on bottom left, it was mentioned there, copyright Apex Toys. Yeah. So the two other earlier figures, this Ako from Blue Archive and also this Janus from Azalane, they are not necessarily made by Apex Toys, but I'm sure that they are being made by someone else and not Amiami. Yeah. Moving on to the next brand, we have Anigame. So Anigame is simple. Azalane and 1x6 scale. So we get 5 of them over here. The first one is Elsaïs. Yep. 1x6 scale. This is a swimsuit version. Bikini with little cloth. That is like a staple of Azalane. But for Elsaïs, I think Apex Toys did it best, which we'll see in a second. The next one here, this is Fargo from Azalane. Like the cowboy but female. Yeah, American style from the look of it. The next one here, Owari from Azalane. I still prefer the one by either Good Smile or Apex Toys. Both of those look great, but this is a nice option. And it will be 1x6, that is important. Just that there are two versions. This is version 1 and this is version 2. The leg post is different. I suppose that they can just make the lower half of the body replaceable, right? Underneath the opai over here can do a seam line and then split it out like that. So I'm not sure how Anigame plans to do this. I've never seen Anigame do anything like this before. Are they giving two different options for us to choose from on pre-order day, or is it like standard and deluxe? The deluxe one, you get 2 sets of legs. I'm not too sure. Yeah, still too early to tell. So which post do you prefer, open or closed? You like it opened, I know. Anyways, both are great. Yeah. Okay, and the last one here, U31 from Azalane as well, the only lolly character. 1x6 scale, still unpainted, very early stage. Alright, moving up next, Anigift, one single figure from Nikke, Mihara, bonding chain. This one, I want it. No skill mentioned, but I'm going to assume it is 1x7 for now. This is also smoking hot, and I hope that they keep her eyes with that love shape iris in the center, just like what you see in NTR anime, you know. Be it 1.7 or 1.4, even if it is a 1.4, I will consider this one simply because I love the character design. And I think, you know, Nikke has some of the most gorgeous character designs I've seen in among game characters. Like, yeah, some of them are lewd, but they are not exposing as much skin as Kashino, for example, but they're still, you know, pretty attractive in some ways. Yeah. Okay, moving on to the next brand, we have Aniplex. Okay. Oh, this one is already on pre-order. I forgot to delete the image. So this Vladilena Milize Bani version already on pre-order in Amiami. You can still grab one right now if you want to before pre-order closes. And Kadokawa, please re-release yours. The one which she is wearing her military uniform. That one is pretty rare by now. She was popular. Vladilena Milize is one of those few characters that turns out to be really popular even though she is from a seasonal anime of some kind. The ending was beautiful. And in case you're unaware, 86, the anime she came from, has confirmed that a season 2 is coming. I was very happy. Yeah. Up next, we have this Bochi Godzilla Kaiju version. Still unpainted. This is not a new figure. And then Bochi the Rock Kita Ikuyo. Okay. So Aniplex also displayed other characters like Ryo Yamada that were painted and on pre-order. I'm skipping past those. This is the next one coming from them. Kita Ikuyo should be around 22,000 yen or so, which is actually a good price. Given the whole package you're getting, the backdrop and everything, yeah. If you want the best Bochi the Rock scale figures, you want the whole set of 5 characters, Aniplex is the one you should be looking at, not Good Smile. Yeah. Next one here, more bad news for FGO fans. Like, this Morgan has been stuck in the same unpainted stage for the past 1 year. Berserker Morgan. This is not a new figure, but I'm not skipping it just because I like FGO, and it is such a sad thing to see FGO slowly fading. Yeah. The next one here, we have Arashiki Girl. So this one was announced by Aniplex more than a year ago as well. We only got an artwork. Now we finally have a prototype. This is the summer version, I think. Swimsuit. Will I get it? Maybe. I love Arashiki Girl. I have both the Max Factory version and also the Aniplex version. Yeah, the one from before, a few years ago. If I get this one as well, that would be my third blonde Tosaka Rin. I like Tosaka Rin in general. So anything with her face, I might buy it. Okay. Aniplex quality is also great. No complaints from me. Yeah. Up next, we have Chisato and Takina from Lycoris Recoil. Okay, this is a new figure. And, you know, it is so photogenic, like best friends forever. Yeah, I was so disappointed by the new anime series, more like a short series of 6 episodes, 5 minutes each, that just finished airing recently. I was very disappointed. I want a proper season 2, not that kind of short episodes. Please give us a proper season 2. As for this one, yeah, I think it is worth buying if you love Lycoris Recoil, because figures that come in pairs, they don't happen very often. We had Love Life figures that were designed this way, Infinite Stratos as well, like 2 characters together, 1 single figure, and a few other examples. But the nice thing about this kind of figures that comes in pairs is that their pose are optimized, they complement each other perfectly, so yeah. Won't be cheap. Yeah, this would start with a 3 for sure, the price tag. 35,000 yen even. And even if it is 35k, that would be 17,000 yen each, plus 1,000 yen, 2,000 yen for the base. Yeah. Up next, we have these Madoka non-scale figures over here, where you are supposed to arrange them having a male together. And I think this is based on a specific scene in the anime or the movie, which I did not watch. And given that these are non-scale figures, I believe that they are tiny, low-budget figures, because imagine each of these going for 20,000 yen because they are proper scales, and then there is the table over there to account for. So I believe this is more of a low-budget scale figure from Aniplex, which they are doing as well nowadays. You know, they have this Marin Kitagawa Shizuku cosplay version that went on pre-order just weeks ago for under 7,000 yen. I believe this is one of those kinds of figures. Yeah. Next one here, Anayanami from Make Ine, where season 2 is also confirmed, and I'm a happy person as well. So now finally we have something nicer than the pop-up Parade L by Good Smile, which is already a really good purchase. That is 8,000 yen. This scale figure over here, I am predicting 20,000 yen. Yeah, 20k. And oh, that is a garden hose. Nice. So I can put this in a pool diorama. They are washing the pool. Yeah, that would be great. Up next, okay, this one is already on pre-order. Forgot to delete the image. This Marin Kitagawa that I was talking about, 7,000 yen or so. And then, okay, these 3 are also already on pre-order, I think. I can't remember very well, from Disney's Twisted Wonderland. I did not name the characters because really, I don't care about Disney stuff. Yeah. And I think these are lower budget figures, right? They are not exactly expensive scale figures. And up next, we have Aniplex Bus Mod, which are actually action figures, but I'll go through them very quickly now. David from Cyberpunk, followed by Lucy, looking great. And then we have Rebecca as well. And also, Bus Mod action figure. We are getting Doma from Demon Slayer. And by the way, at the time of publishing this video, I have secured my IMAX tickets. So I'm a bit excited, like, we are watching the god of animation, Ufotable, over here. I've heard so many things from the Japanese, like they said Ufotable is scary based on what they experienced in the cinemas. So I'm having really high expectations. And then next year, Kanao Suyuri, also Basmod action figure. So Basmod is usually action figure, but the outfit is real fabric, real cloth, which I don't like, to be honest. And then this is a prototype over here. Yeah. Fabric, cape, right? And a skirt as well. Rengoku is also getting Basmod action figure. And okay, this is interesting. I think this is new. So we have this bust figure of Tanjiro and the other dude, I can't remember her name. I am not a bust figure kind of person. Don't like them, but this is nice. The water breathing effect parts are really nice. Yeah. And is this an acrylic stand or they are actually planning to make scale figures? I'm not too sure. Yeah, Aniplex makes a lot of acrylic stands and also keychains, in case you guys did not know. Could be acrylic stands, I think. And oh, chibi figures. Okay, that is all for Aniplex. I wasted too much time on this. Moving up next, the next brand is probably one of the main highlights of OneFest, Apex Toys. They went all out. This is one of the largest booths in OneFest, I think, based on the sheer number of figures they announced. So the first one here, A-Gear from Azalane. Is that a summer outfit or something? Pretty nice though, especially if they include everything in the picture. The couch over there, the brown couch, the sofa, everything in one figure. I think that is really nice, very photogenic. And then the next one here, this is the L size. I was talking about the best L size scale figure at the moment. There was a third party that made this figure. I can't remember which brand. Not yet released, I think. And finally, we have a genuine PVC figure brand that went for this character in this exact pose, this exact version. And what I find funny about this OneFest is that it feels that Apex Toys is going after third-party companies. It is like they watched these Chinese JK companies come up with this L size, this Kashino figure, and they were like, okay, we will do the same, but it is licensed, and then we'll be taking your customers. This is just the first one. The next one, okay, not this Cheshire, but this Cheshire is a collaboration illustration version. Doesn't look expensive, probably less than 20,000 yen. Looking amazing so far. Apex Toys is one of the top tier Chinese brands right now, together with Myethos and Hobby Sakura. Yeah, my personal favorite tree from China at the moment. Up next, we have Cheshire again, but in wedding dress. So I wasn't expecting this. You see, Apex Toys put up this 1x7 scale New Jersey wedding dress version, which I unboxed and reviewed on this channel, 40,000 yen figure. And I thought that was a one-off figure, because how can you expect a figure collector to pay 40,000 yen for every Azalane character in wedding dress and a huge ass base? But it seems like Apex Toys is going for it. If this Cheshire does not get a big epic base, then maybe this is not as expensive as New Jersey, but that wedding dress over there, this figure is going to cost at least 30k, I think. It won't be cheap, yeah. And imagine them doing this to every character. Up next, we have Devon Shire from Azalane. I did not even know this character exists. Is this like Aegir's younger sister or something? They look alike, but I like this one. The one thing I really love about Apex, what they are doing currently, is that they don't give their figures plain round disc bases. At least with Azalane figures, right? They could have made the figure without this base over here and give her a round disc base, but no, they give you everything in the original artwork, including the bed or whatever she's sitting on. Yeah. Up next, we have Friedrich the Gross. Okay, whatever. I can't pronounce that correctly. Okay, this is just an announcement, and if Apex Toys follows the same trend they did with the earlier figure, then the entire sofa over here and the desk and the wine glass, they'll be giving us everything. Hopefully they do, yeah. Up next, we have Implaceable Guide the Lost Commander version. This is from the previous One Fest, now finally painted. And this one is not so attractive, but I was really attracted to that glass of coffee that Manju spilled, or the KFC chicken over there. It looks so realistic, man. It looks like actual water being spilled. I'm actually impressed, even though the rest of the figure is kind of boring. Yeah, that spilled coffee is very nicely done over there. Look at that. I know that chicken over there is called Manju, their mascot character, but I always call it KFC. Up next, this Casino. You know what's funny? This was the one I wanted to discuss about because it was just last week. Circle Max Studio announced a third-party GK painted figure of this same exact Casino for around $184 or so. I just covered it on Sunday's Figure News Fix 2 days ago. And now Apex Toys spoils the party by announcing a proper PVC figure. Granted, the scales are the same as well, 1/7. The one by Circle Max Studio is also 1/7. So what most likely happens over here is that they purchased the original sculpt from the artist, from the sculptor, which may be an official GK sculptor. They paid for the licensing and now they are mass producing it. Very common. Amakuni does that all the time, right? Many of Amakuni's FGO figures, they were also based on GK sculpt by famous artists. They buy the sculpt and then they mass produce it. So Apex Toys is likely to be doing the same thing. So Circle Max Studio is probably cursing right now after seeing this. Because PVCs are just better in terms of how well they resist fracture or breakage, right? They are not as fragile. This is very nice. And between this and the 1x4 by Alphamax earlier, I think I would take this one if I can only choose one. Because this one comes with that really nice base and that milk tank over there. Yeah, I am a diorama kind of person. Up next, we have Louise Ville from Azalane, just bunny outfit. Hopefully she's cheap, like 20,000 yen or less than that. And then, oh, this is nice. So here we go, the third figure in the wedding dress series. More like this is the second one and Cheshire earlier is the third one because this one already has a prototype. And I feel like I want to buy it just to review it, just like what I did with New Jersey, So this is another 40,000 yen wedding dress figure from Azalane. I can finally make another figure haul video with my NTR face. I'm finally married. I can repeat that again. I'm finally married every year. Yeah, this is Musashi. This is going to be very popular. The next one here, Strasbourg. So the same exact outfit or version Freeing just did in 1x4 scale. Went on pre-order last week as well. You can now have her in 1x7 if 1/4 is too big or too expensive for you. And this looks like a 20,000 yen figure to me. 23k max. Yeah. Just that the photograph is so dark. Yeah, sometimes you can't blame the photographer when the event venue is so dark or the lighting there is outright horrible. I wish that I have a better quality picture, Yeah. Up next, okay, now we have a better picture over here. This kind of brighter pictures, they usually came from their official photographer, the photographer that worked for the event or for the company itself. Then they are able to shoot the figure in a better lighting setup, right? Like studio style setup, like what I usually do. So looking really nice. And I would say I like this pose and this setup a lot more than the Freeing one. Yeah, that small bonus with the base and whatever she's holding in her hand, I think that is for filling up gas, right? Air in tires. Yeah, this is probably the better one to get as well. Up next, we have Hifumi from Blue Archive. So Apex Toys has finally gotten their hands on Blue Archive's license. The world is going to end when they flood the market with everything that is currently popular. They go for Azalane, they go for Gridman Universe, they go for Blue Archive now. What else? Nikke, yes. Blue Archive Shiroko Terror version, Apex Toys, and then we have Brown Dust 2, there you go. They also got their hands on Brown Dust 2, another Gunner game. The characters are borderline in some cases. Yeah. This is Wilhelmina from Brown Dust too, but this is a fairly modest character design. And I hope that they do her outfit in translucent material. I think she's wearing swimsuit underneath, and then there is this translucent layer outside. That would be really nice though. Yeah. Brown Dust too, I'm keeping an eye on the figures on the characters as well because I find them attractive. Up next, we have Gridman Universe Akane Shinjo. Interestingly, only Akane in this Chinese dress. Is it Chinese dress? Looks like it. What about the other character, that blue hair girl? I can't recall names at the moment. Yeah, that character wasn't displayed in this event, weirdly enough. Normally they come in pairs, but it is just a matter of time, I guess. Up next, we have Nikke Rosena from Apex Toys. Will I get it? Yes. Just yes, because it is Apex Toys. I know the figure is going to turn out really good. And the swimsuit over here, design is kind of unique. Yeah. And the reason why I put this figure in the center of my video thumbnail for today's video is just because she has been fully painted. I don't regard this figure as the main highlight of this event. The main highlights of this one fair is, the figures are mostly still unpainted or partially painted. So my entire thumbnail would be grey, white, and black, very monotonous. I needed something in color. And I want to put all the Nikke characters on the thumbnail because it is the main highlight of this event. So I picked this one. The main highlight should be the stuff by Hobby Sakura later on. Yeah. Next one here, Alice, original character from Apex Toys, probably based on the concept of, Alice in Wonderland. And this reminds me of what Myethos likes to do. They have a series of original character figures that are based on all these traditional series, right? Alice in Wonderland and what else? The Disney stuff, yeah. Up next, wow. Who doesn't like a lolly in this kind of outfit? And Apex Toys got their hands on Type Moon license as well. Yeah, Fate, Khalid, Prisma, Ilya, right? It is Type Moon. Please give us FGO figures as well, Apex. You're making Ilya already. I'm surprised by this. I did not expect Apex Toys to get their hands on Type Moon license as well. And then here we have Snowbreak, Containment Zone, and Nurse. They are just going after every popular game at the moment. Snowbreak Containment Zone is next. Just that the character designs from this game are kind of safe, they are not that raunchy, not that lewd compared to many other games, but I still like their characters though. Purple Hair Waifu. And then this is, Unicorn Overlord. Every single game, they are going for it. And you know what? I like this figure so much. In fact, I feel like getting this figure maybe after release. I won't pre-order it early because I need to watch my budget. Nikke is going to rock me dry. And I am going to bet that this figure will come with a transparent plastic rod for the knee over there. There is no way this figure won't lean over time. Yeah, the weight distribution, there is like a 30-degree lean over there. The armor though, I love it. Okay, up next we have Luo Tianyi V Singer. Yeah, this is like the 12th anniversary version. Not collecting Luo Tianyi or V Singer stuff. Nope. And then we have WSS Playground, another game, presumably, that I've never heard of. Ame-chan. This figure reminds me of Danganronpa a bit, with those televisions, CRT televisions on the base. Probably 20,000 yen as well. 22,000 yen. I hope she's not too expensive. And here we have from this Chinese title, which I don't know how to pronounce, Xian Jian Jixia, okay, whatever. The name is Zhaoling Er. But this name Zhaoling Er, I've seen it so many times in third parties. Yeah, they have made so many resin figures of her, like $600, $700 resins. And up next, we have Alexandrina Sebastian from Zenless Zone Zero. So Apex Toys also displayed other Triple Z figures in this event, but they are already on pre-order, so I'm skipping past those. Now we have a new figure, a new sculpt of Sebastian. That is about it. And then here we have some chibi figures, Happy Shake, Azalane, Arknights as well. Oh yes, Apex Toys also has Arctech, their 1x8 scale action figure. I'll go through them really quickly because I'm not planning to cover action figures. Ayanami Kai from Azalane. And then this is Cheshire from Azalane, 1/8 skill. So the Arctech, up to this point, there were no Azalane characters, I think. Now they're going for it. Javelin Kai from Azalane, action figure. They're not cheap. Yeah, cost like 20,000 yen, I think. Not 15 to 20,000 yen. And then this is Luffy Kai from Azalane as well. Followed by Z23 Kai Azalane. And okay, this is Lime Pie. They're low budget scale figures, around 6 to 7,000 yen and 1/8 scale. This is from Unicorn Overlord Virginia. Or rather, looks like Aqua and Saber crossover of some kind. I still like it though. And given that this is so cheap, I may buy it. Yeah, I love my girls with weapons and armor. Paintwork is nice. Like, there is shading. You look at this blue color skirt, right? Proper shading. More like, I think they're using translucent material and then they inject the color partially, which is a clever way to keep the cost down. And the hair, there is some shading as well. Up next, okay, Lime Pie, Persona 3 Joker, and also the protagonist. And the next one here, Sister Maria, Lime Pie. Sister Maria, oh yeah, this is from Muse Dash. I forgot to put it in the file name. This character is from Muse Dash. Maybe, must be a game, right? Yeah, Muse Dash. Okay, and up next we have League of Legends KDA, or is it KDA, whatever. Two different versions over here. Yeah, for you to choose from. This is the all-out version. They already have a skill out for some time. Now they're making more different versions. And that is all for Apex Toys. Yeah, a lot of figures. Up next, okay, this is a brand called Arma Bianca, which I've never heard of. Must be a new brand, and I'm not sure if they're actually doing expensive skill figures or they're doing low budget skill figures. I can't tell because, for example, this Konosuba Megumin over here, this looks more like an expensive skill figure, but at the same time, if you want to make it cheap, it is doable because that moon that she's sitting on is just, you know, a simple piece of plastic with no detail. So if you want to make this at, let's say, 8 or 9,000 yen, it is actually possible. Yeah. So I'm not sure yet of the details over here. Next, we have something from Made in Abyss. And finally, the last one here, this is Makise Kurisu from Steins Gate. And the reason why I suspected this could be low budget figure is that this Makise Kurisu looks terrible. Like, I don't know, man. I'm not sure if it is the dress or the face. I think it is the dress. It looks kind of tacky, looks cheap. But at the same time, we look at the gradient, the shading on her hair. That is something you'll see only in expensive scale figures. So this could be a proper scale figure. Yeah. If it is, I can't say I like it. That's the thing. Yeah. And I'm not sure if this is based on an official artwork. But brown hair and bright pink is not a good color combination. Yeah. Not sure what they are thinking over here. Up next, what is the next brand over here? Okay, Astrum Design has only one figure. This one from Epic 7 Ghost of the Sea, Politis. Okay, so this one is looking great so far, and the wooden base is a nice touch. They also displayed every other Epic 7 figures in their booth, but that is already on pre-order, not a new figure. So only one new figure from Astrum Design over here. And I hope that they go for like games that are not being touched by other companies. We don't need more Azalane figures. There are way too many. I don't know. Maybe pick up Grand Blue Fantasy or something. Yeah. The fans of that game could make do with more figures, I think. Moving up next, we have Bear Panda. There are actually not many new things. This is from the previous One Fest, but now finally painted. This one is going to cost like 12,000 yen, believe it or not. Despite that bonsai tree base over there. So there is an existing figure that looks really similar to this one. Also comes with a tree base like this. Wearing red color Chinese dress. I don't remember the character's name. And that is 12,000 yen. Which is why I think this one will cost the same. Which is insane. And that red color version is coming out this month, I think. At least in China. I will try to get my hands on that in a month or two and review it because I'm just as curious. Art by Bia is going to be pretty popular, yeah. Up next, we have 1x4 skill Ayanami Rei and also Asuka. Asuka has already pre-order opened in China, by the way, in Taobao, but not yet internationally on HLJ Amiami, not yet, but quite soon, I suppose. So wait for it. There was someone who asked me. I forgot if it was Facebook or on YouTube. This Asuka already on pre-order in Taobao, but you want to get it on Amiami. Where is it? Yeah, not yet. Because Chinese figures, they pre-order open a bit earlier in China, they release a bit earlier in China as well. So I'm not too surprised by that. And these two figures really put pop-up rate XL to shame. The XL versions of Asuka and Rei are terrible. Yeah. Up next, what brand do we have next? Okay, Belle Fine. The first one here is R3 from my Dear Moments R3. Until now, I haven't watched the anime adaptation yet. Must be based on another Eroge VN, I suppose. And then this same exact character in the same pose as well. Aniplex has already made a figure of it. And I think FuRyu has one coming up as well, but different pose. And third parties also made figures of this character. So this character is like way more popular than I expected, really. Next one here, 2D art from of this guy. What's his name again? I did not name the file, damn. From Boku no Hero Academia. And I personally think that Belfine should focus on making 2D style figures like this more. Like, the quality of this brand is not great. They are like B- or even C rank. So instead of trying to compete with other brands selling the same thing, we come up with something different that no one else are doing. And this kind of 2D paintwork is such an example. Yeah, they should make more figures like this and don't limit them to BNHA. Do this anime style paintwork on most of your figures, man. Up next, we have Bunny Garden from Belfine. Both characters in the picture are getting scale figures. I think this is the same one that FreeInk did in 1x4. Was it? No, the thing with Bunny Garden... no, FreeInk hasn't done... Man, I can't remember. Anyways, Bunny Garden is like Bunny Girl but Power Rangers, We have a blue one with a red one, and I believe there is also a yellow character. Where are the green and the pink ones? Next one here, her name is Kuro for the Japanese version, right? Fate, Khaled, PRISMA, Ilya, if you watch the Japanese version, the original one, her name is Kuro, literally black. But we cannot call a black character black because that is not allowed in some countries apparently. So they changed her name to Chloe. I keep calling her Kuro because that is the original name. This one is getting a scale figure and also Ilya, of course. They are meant to be a pair. But until today, my favorite pair of Kuro and Ilya figures are the ones by Amakuni that barely has any cloth on it. That one is super rare, Can find a pair for like 40 to 60,000 yen. Yeah, the cheapest is 40k if you're lucky. The ones by Amakuni. Up next, we have, okay, this one I did not put her name on the file name over there. This is from Gushing Over Magical Girls by Belfine. I welcome that. Ecchi anime needs more figures. They need more figures. High School DxD alone is not enough. We need more representation. Up next, this is Ana Yanami, I think. No, not Ana Yamada. Ana Yanami. I named it wrongly. Ana Yanami from Makeine again. I almost couldn't recognize her because she tied her hair up like that. But no thank you. I think the Aniplex version earlier is a lot nicer. And is her bust that big? Did I remember wrongly? I know she is quite stacked, but is it this big? I don't think so, right? I think they should adjust the sculpt a little bit. Next one here, Kana Arima from Oshinoko. This is from the previous One Fest, now finally painted. Nice to have more figures of her. The problem is that, yeah, there are a lot of really nice price figures of this character, not to mention competition from other brands. And then we have two different versions of Konpaku Yomu from Toho. I'm not sure if this second color over here is like a second player color in the game. Is it the case? Because the only color I know Konpaku Yomu for is this color over here. This is the original color. Must be a second player color in the game, I think. I don't play the game after all. Just that you look at her dress, right? Her hair and everything. Detail levels are extremely low. Yeah, this almost looks like a prize figure that has a better pose to me. And yeah, that is my main gripe with Double Fine in general. Some of their figures, there are a rare few that are really good, but a big number of them are very average, yet they are not that cheap at the same time, you know. Yeah. And then here we have another figure from Toho. I did not name them. The one on the right must be Marisa, I think. Yeah. And they look kind of small. Yeah, they're very small compared to the figure behind them. Is this like low budget figure? I have no idea, man. Anyways, that is all for Bell Fine. Moving up to the next brand, we have BlackRay. Only one single figure, Hatsune Miku. Extra Picture Echo version, that is what they're calling it. This looks like a collaboration with Good Smile Company. It looks like something from Good Smile because of the way they shot the picture and the kind of background they're using. That is something you see in Good Smile announcements. And this is the artwork that is based on. And this is quite nice. I mean, something very different from usual. If I have to guess the price over here, it is like 30,000 yen. Yeah. This is a good Miku figure. It is nice. I like it. Okay, moving up next, we have Brilliant Journey, one single figure, Bremerton. Brilliant Journey, they released very few figures. I'm not sure how are they even surviving. You know, like every event, the previous One Fest as well, they announced like 1 or 2 figures. They rarely reveal more than 3 figures in each event. So I'm not sure what they're doing. Is this like a hobby to them, a side project, while they sell other kinds of products on there? I have no idea. But this is a really nice Bremerton figure. It is like a date style. I like it a lot. And you look at the painter on the hair once again. There is a really good amount of shading over there. And even on her outfit, even though it is black color, no? Look at all these folds over here. There are different colors on it, right? Shading. So just because the outfit is black color or dark gray, it does not mean you cannot do shading, right? Some companies, they just plain black, plain gray. But as you can see over here, it can be done. Yeah, this is a really good Bremerton figure. And sometimes I wish all of us fellow YouTubers would put more effort into getting figures from other brands, smaller brands like this, and review them, not instead of sticking to Good Smile and Ultra all the time. This is exactly what I'm trying to do, exploring more different brands. Yeah. Okay, up next, the next brand, what do we have over here? Claynel. Okay, they have some good stuff here. A-Gear from Azalane. Not A-Gear, Owari, my bad. This is Owari from Azalane. So this is Anime Expo 2024 version, or rather just swimsuit version. Yeah, nothing much going on. And then the next one here, finally we have a figure of Brady from Nikke. Okay, so you know what's funny was that back on the 1st of April, yep, April Fool's Day, I made a fake announcement of a scale figure of Brady. But it was by Fat Company. I used the template of Fat Company to make fake announcements to mess with you guys, and then there were so many people who got tricked into it. Because I know what you guys want when it comes to anime figures, so I purposely picked the characters that I know people want. The main girl, I can't remember her name, from Solo Leveling, and then for Nikke I chose Brady for the same reason, and then I chose what was it again? Yeah, something like that. I know your weaknesses, right? But Claynel was like, okay, you guys wanted Brady, we'll give you one. It is not Fat Company. And I would take Claynel over Fat Company any day. Yeah. Okay, moving up next, we have Uma Musume Marujensky competition uniform. Okay, I had request from some of you asking me to check out Uma Musume figures. Now, I'm not exactly a really big fan of this game or the characters in general, but I will consider doing it. Just that I'm not sure where to start. Like, do I go for the basics, the outer one? I really like the outer scale figures of Uma Musume, really. What's her name again? That brown hair girl? Yeah, it came out like a year ago, but I liked that figure. Or do I go for Mihono Bourbon from Good Smile? Yeah, I couldn't decide, but I'm considering that as well. There are not many Uma Musume figures in this event somehow. Up next, we have Uma Musume Mayan Top Gun. Just an announcement. And also, this one is Mihono Bourbon code Glassage version. I still like the one by Good Smile where she is leaping forward, right? That one was like 25k, 27k. That one was really nice, already out for a while by now. And that is all for Claynel, just Nikke, Uma Musume, and one Azalane scale figure. Moving up next, what do we have here? Cosmos-Sora. Okay, Cosmos-Sora is also a really small company. They don't make or release many figures. All 3 figures by Cosmos-Sora are Nikke. The first one here is Cinderella, though, you know, judging by the simplicity of the figure, low levels of detail, I suspect that this is like a low budget figure that does not come with a base. I mean, if the square block they put the figure on is any hint, it is likely that the figure does not come with any base. It is like a noodle stopper style figure. That is the impression I'm getting based on these product pictures over here. These sample pictures I made. Yeah. The same thing can be said for this Modernia, First Affection. There is also a probability that I'm reading too much into this. Maybe the figure is too small or too low. They don't want to put it on the surface of a table, so they want to raise the figure up for people to see clearer, right? For the visitors in one fest. So maybe I'm reading too much into it, but I couldn't help but feel like the detail level on these 2 figures are kind of low to be an expensive scale figure. But the third one is a proper scale figure, Noise from Nikke, and I'm looking at this figure really hard, considering it, because this is like a perfect pair with my volume. Yeah, my volume also comes with a mic stand, right? So this could be a perfect figure to go with my volume. Hopefully they are the same scale at 1/7, man. Just that super tall base over there is going to ruin everything. It will make the figure look a lot taller than volume, even though they are the same scale. I look at super detailed outfit, I kind of want the figure. Yeah. So this one, you have my attention, Cosmos-Sora. You have my attention. Moving up next, Design Coco. Okay. So Design Coco made quite a few announcements over here, and they are also going into the world of Nikke. Damn, everyone's going for it. Okay, so this is like a summary, but the first one here, this is original art by Momoko, original art character, followed by art by Tori Damono, both of them. Pretty detailed though. And then we have this one, Blue Archive Chiaki. Military uniform. Oh, she's holding a nice compact camera over there, and that bright orange, I love it. Next one here, we have 3 figures of Gakuen Idolmaster from the Re-Iris band, right? I did not name the characters separately, but yeah, basically Re-Iris. It is interesting that Gakuen Idolmaster is so popular. So many figures. And then this is Journey of Elena. Kind of underwhelming, but that back behind her is really nice though. Elena also has too many figures. Way too many. And next one here, My Sakurajima. What? My Shiranui. My Sakurajima. And I hope that this is based on like a light novel cover or manga cover of some kind, because it does not look like her at all, the face. Yeah, I'm not sure what is up. Not sure if I like this figure. They call it the jellyfish version. Now, getting back to the first picture earlier, the bottom row. Yeah, I couldn't find a bigger picture. That's why. So we have a Nikke figure over there, and bottom center, I'm not sure what character that is. Bottom right as well. But if you can read Japanese, I think the bottom center, that is Azalane. Yeah. And bottom right also Azalane. If I'm wrong, correct me. So the bottom row, I couldn't find a bigger picture of it. Okay, that is all for Design Coco. Now we get back to the next brand over here, Eldora model. This will be quick because Eldora model, they actually make resin figures, and sometimes they sell them as kits. You need to print it yourself. So nothing much going on. These are model kits that you need to paint. The one on the left, that Tetra assembly guide, I think that one is already on pre-order, and the one on the right is the new one. You need to paint the figure yourself, so nothing much to see over here. Yeah. Next brand over here, there are 2 figures by this brand. I'm putting the logo on screen. I'm not sure what brand is that, and their logo is too hard to read. What is the name of this brand? Caira? C-A-I-R-A, is it? Yeah, I think I saw this logo back then in OneFest Winter, but I still don't know what is the name of the brand until today. If you know something, let me know down in the comments below. I don't know what the company name is yet. This is art by Chela77 Fumin Keisatsu Mizugi version. Keisatsu police. Is this a police? Does it look like one to you? And the next one here, art by Dish Lilith. Yeah. So these two figures, I'm not sure what the brand is. And their logo is just so weird, I couldn't read the text at all. Yeah. Okay, so this is also a figure from OneFest Winter back then, but now she's finally painted. And somehow it looks like Owari to me, but without the horns for some reason. Okay, moving up next. The next brand over here is Elegant. Okay, so this is Formidable from Azalane. Nice pose, I love it. And here is a closer look. I know the picture is really dark because that is what they provided us with, the website that did this coverage. Fake so cool, by the way. So here's a closer look. Is it swimsuit? Looks like swimsuit to me, I'm not too sure. Or is it just a really thin dress? Formidable, it is really hard to beat the one by Outer. Simply because of the face expression, they really nailed that one over there. Up next, Gakuen Idolmaster again, Kotone Fujita. Yellow Big Bang version. And then followed by Elena again, Journey of Elena. My favorite one is still the one by Good Smile. That one is pretty rare, right? But she's getting a re-release, was it? That one became rare because it is so good. Yeah. So only 4 skill figures from Elegant. I hope that I will find some budget to get their St. Louis figure and review it. I hope. Okay. Next brand over here, Fingle Toy. So Fingle Toy has only 2 figures. The first one is art by Miyabit Switch. There is one more figure by Good Small Arts Shanghai, I think. Ponytail Girl has bigger bust. Curvier, I think she went on pre-order a week ago. Also art by Miyabit. I like that one a lot. Like a typical girl you see in the gym. Yeah. So this is just another one. The next one here, art by TD Kurokawa Mio, where the SSR figure version is already on pre-order. More like pre-order closed by now and coming out in August, right? So there is another option over here by Fingle Toy. Interesting. Yeah, that black rubber latex suit is, oh, nice. You know what is so attractive about black latex rubber suit is that no matter how ugly your skin is, you have scars from pimples or whatever, acne and so on, you couldn't see them because of the black latex suit. And because of the pressure, the tension, right, it makes the body shape looks really nice, even though it may not necessarily be that nice underneath the suit. Okay, moving on to the next one here, Phoenix and FuRyu. Okay, so this is Phoenix scale figure, Arknights Ines. Alright. The best Arknight figures in this event are by Myethos and also Prime 1 Studio later. Yeah. This one looks promising. I love details. What is she holding around her waist over here? Not too sure, I can't tell. This one is August Von Percival from Azalane. How many Azalane figures has FuRyu and Phoenix made so far? Not many, right? I thought it was weird, not for FuRyu to make Azalane out of a sudden. Up next, they have Kazakura Moe from Blue Archive. I don't even know what to comment. We have a long way to go. And then this is Blue Archive Motomiya Chiaki. Oh yeah, the same Chiaki earlier from a different brand, holding the same orange camera. And this is Nijisanji Akina Saegusa, Phoenix scale figure. Also, Nuit Sosier Nijisanji as well. Yeah, Phoenix does a lot of VTuber figures. The next one here from Nikke, we have Emma Office Therapy version, Phoenix scale figure. So, FuRyu and Phoenix actually has 2 scales from Nikke so far. One was Guillotine. And the other one is Emma, the military uniform version. I was thinking of getting Emma first because her price is really cheap, in China at least. So what is up with the small bargain bin? Not exactly a bin, but more like 20-30% off. And then my friend said, well, Emma isn't very popular. That is why she's cheap now. Well, yeah, I mean, since I like Nikke and I want to review multiple characters, I'll consider getting that one later on. Yeah, we'll see. In the end, it is all about how much budget I have. This one, I would still prefer her in a military uniform over an office outfit. Next one here, Nikke as well, Mihara. Yeah. And somehow, they like to draw these characters sitting on a chair sideways because it is hotter. Same thing with Azalane characters. Up next, we have Hatsune Miku. This is Price figure. I think this is a noodle stopper. Noodle stopper as well. Hatsune Miku, Citrus Miku. And then this is from Touken Ranbu Online. I did not name the characters because I did not bother to find out Touken Ranbu Online and also noodle stoppers in general. Yeah, Touken Ranbu Online again. So that is all for FuRyu. I'm surprised by how little price figures they announced. Yeah. Alright, moving up to the next brand, it would be Freeing. They did not have many stuff this time around. I think they participated in Smile Fest as well. Maybe that is why, right? You can't just come up with multiple new figures within that short period. So this one is Joffrey from Azalane, now painted already. Once again, big melons on the chest. And then followed by New Jersey from Azalane. So now we get a swimsuit version after the bunny version. You know, the bunny version, the pose was really nice, just that the stupid base, the 4 big round disc, yeah, that was terrible. And the third one here, Shinano. Finally, we have a 1x4 Shinano from Freeing. All this while we had to depend on third parties. Alright, the next brand over here, what do we have? GNFtoyz. Okay, more Nikke stuff. The first one here is Guilty, 1x4 scale. Looks like she is ready for pre-order, almost ready. Maybe in 2 weeks, in 3 weeks, we'll see her on pre-order. And you know, the person who painted this figure, he was just fapping to it just a while ago. That is why you see a tissue paper behind the figure. Anyways, I wasn't really liking the face of this figure. Like, I did not include the official artwork over here in this folder, but you should check out the official artwork. It looks like the face is a bit different, a bit off, but it could be because this is a prototype, or maybe they're still making small adjustments, I'm not too sure, but the face does look a bit different. The next one here, this one I will go into detail in this weekend's Figure News Fix because she has finally pre-order opened. GNFtoyz Nikke Scarlet 1x4 scale. This one is going for 34,000 yen, which is an excellent price. I mean, this is not a plain boring bunny girl with no details. You get a nice rock base over there, and yeah, you should check out the close-up pictures of this figure. I'm leaving the link right up here for HLJ pre-order link. Go and check out the pictures over there at least, even if you are not planning to pre-order. So GNFtoyz, back then they have placed a Nikke figure, a 1x6 scale on pre-order in Amiami a while ago, months ago, and that is among my least favorite Nikke figures. So I did not even bother. And then this Scarlet figure, I wasn't expecting much as well because Hobby Sakura is making one as well. But after seeing the official pictures on HLJ when pre-order opened earlier on Monday, I was very impressed. Like, this is way better than I was expecting. And the only negative I can think of is that the pose is a bit too static, like not dynamic enough. But at the same time, sometimes you don't want a 1x4 scale to be too dynamic because they will take up too much space. So just a matter of which one to prefer. So this figure is turning out way better than I expected, and the price is very reasonable as well. Last one here, we have Chibi figures from Nikke by GNFtoyz, and that is all for this brand. Oh, one more thing. I'm seeing Elec over there. Where is her scale figure? Not a single one scale of her in this one fest. We need a scale figure of Egg. Otherwise, I'll be buying figures of Uzaki. What was her name again? Uzaki Hana's younger sister. And then I'll paint her hair blonde, and that would be an Egg figure. Yeah. Moving up to the next brand over here, we have Golden Head. Okay, quite a few skills over here. The first one is art by Rudo Rabi Love It. Okay, this figure, there is a low budget version already by Fingle Toys. Already went on pre-order a month or two ago. I'm not sure if pre-orders have closed already or not. So this is a bit of a tough sell because there is a lower budget version, but Golden Head, to their credit, their figures are good. Yeah, pretty good. The paintwork and everything. Up next, we have an announcement of Satsuki Memorial version from Blue Archive. Basically, Blue Archive's version of Aegir or Owari or Devonshire. Yeah, just add horns to the head. And then we have Mai Shiranui from Fatal Fury. This is the Fatal Fury version. And followed by Garo Legend City of the Wolves B Jenny. Okay, I'm a bit surprised that Golden Head is going for figures of characters that look like something Kotobukiya would do for their Bishoujo statue line. This figure here is a bit odd to me, uncharacteristic of what Golden Head normally does, yeah. Up next, we have Arcano Resqueen version from High School DxD. I think this was announced back then as well, no changes yet. And also, yep, Rias Grammary. There was a 1x4 scale of this same exact Rias Grammary, right? Or is it the same figure but they are downsizing it to 1x7? The 1x4 was on pre-order for some time already. And yeah, it was very popular. Good idea to make it at a smaller scale though. Up next, we have Kinako-chan. Yeah, the shirt is plain, but later on they'll put a decal on the shirt here. Sakana. How many figures of Kinako are they going to make, man? Next one here from the KOF King of Fighters 15, Blue Mary. Another figure which I think is more like Kotobukiya Bishoujo statue style, followed by Kula Diamond from KOF as well, and also Mai Shiranui. Okay, and then we have Shermie. This is so weird. I just couldn't imagine Golden Head Plus making figures like this. And that is all for this brand. We move on to the next brand over here, GONG. Only one figure, this card Captain Sakura figure. Kind of creative, but not my kind of figure. I don't even know how to guess the price. Is this like 20 or 25,000 yen? Shouldn't be more than that. Yeah, I remember GONG for this pair of figures from Dragon Maid. Yeah, they have Dragon Maid figures as well. That is all for GONG. Up next would be Hobby Stock. And there are 5 figures. The first one, this Hitori Goto figure, I don't know, man. It looks like a slightly better price figure to me. Yep, the paintwork on the hair is quite polished. Gradient paintwork. But overall, it feels like looking at a lower budget figure. I hope it is a low budget scale figure. Because Hobby Stock stuff tend to be really expensive. So here we go. Another pricey Hatsune Miku figure. If you have checked out what Hobby Stock makes when it comes to Miku figures, yeah, they are very expensive. They have one that looks like a dragon or something, right? And that is like 37,000 yen or something. Yeah. Even the cheapest Miku figure is at the high 20,000 yens, like 27k, 28k. So this is Hatsune Miku Digital Stars 2025 version, followed by Yukino Yukinoshita from my teen rom-com Snafu. I'm surprised that this series is still going strong and she's still getting new figures. Up next, we have SAO Asuna, which don't bother with it, to be honest. Don't bother with this one. And it feels that I've seen this figure before, like some other brands have made a similar one. And the last one here, Yumi from Senran Kagura New Link. Yumi sure is popular, man. And yeah, I like her as well. Okay, going back to the list of manufacturers, Hobby Sakura, which I regard to be the main highlight of this event. So the first one here is R3, My Dear Moments R3 again, 1/7 scale. This shouldn't cost more than 20k, I think, and at least it is of a different pose. Now, if you pay attention to the dress, it may be just white dress, but if you look closer, this is the kind of shading I see in Kasugano Sora figures by Outer, which is to say there is some shading there. Yeah, it is not pure white. There is some grey color discoloration of some kind which acts as some form of shading. Yeah, very nice. Yeah, it is like her dress has turned a bit yellow or a bit greyish. Looks dirty. Some people don't like it, but I prefer it this way. Yeah. Up next, we have Brown Dust 2 Morphia. I don't even know what Brown Dust 2 is, but I did a bit of research, in the official website, and I'm liking the characters already. Man, the hips, the thighs over there, perfect shape. Up next, we have Brown Dust 2 Therese. Oh yeah, there was another brand that announced a new figure of her back then. No news yet. Now Hobby Sakura is giving us a swimsuit version of her. Looking pretty promising. I like it. And here, okay, the next few Nikke figures are 1x10 scale. So I'm a bit surprised that Hobby Sakura is also jumping into the low budget figures game. This has to be low budget. Otherwise, why would they be 1x10 scale? It makes no sense. So, since Pop Up Rate, we had Kadokawa Light figures, we had FuRyu F, we had Aniplex low budget figures as well. They don't have a brand name for that. Then, among the Chinese, the expensive brands, Myethos, Gift Plus, Apex Lime Pie, now Hobby Sakura as well. Interesting. Blanc and Noah. Oh no, Noah later on. This is Blanc. Alice, 1x10 scale. And then Cinderella, I'm a bit concerned by this one, standing on one leg, and weight distribution looks to be a bit off, not balanced. And this is Guren. I like this a lot. I wish that this same exact figure is available in 1.7 or 1.4. This pose and the tree stump or the rock she's standing on, it is perfect already. Too bad that this is a low budget figure. And this is Noah. There you go. Okay, so I'm still waiting for the ones by Alter, the one displayed together as one set. But Alter does not participate in OneFest. They have never done so for the past few years. You need to wait for Mega Hobby Expo for them to show up, which is around late September or early October. Yeah. And the next one here, is it Private or Privati or Privat? But anyways, 1x10 scale as well. And to look at the paint work on the hair, it is exceptionally polished for a low budget figure. I don't think there are any pop-up rates where their hair looks this good. Yeah, of course, this is just a prototype. They can overpromise and under-deliver later on. I'm still jumping to conclusions a bit too early, but Chinese brands, I have more confidence in them than any pop-up rate. At least that is the case for the time being. Next one here, 1x4 scale, Scarlet Black Shadow. Yeah. That base is fabulous, man. And I'm in a bit of a trouble over here because it is impossible for me to buy literally every 1x4 scale figure from Nikke. I would run out of space even though I have a very spacious studio over here. So I need to be selective, but the problem is that when every character looks so amazing, it is hard to be selective. I have pre-ordered Cinderella, the 1x4, but not Red Hood. But who knows, I might buy it after release. Who knows? And now we have Scarlet looking amazing. Yeah, this is incredible. Up next, we have Grave. I never knew this character existed until I saw this announcement by Hobby Sakura. And then I couldn't figure out what is her name. It took me some time to figure out and trace her down. And then followed by Little Mermaid. Oh, this thing is going to sell so well. This is a relatively new character, right? Introduced not too long ago, and then they were hyping over her. So there are two figures of Little Mermaid. This is just the first one. Yeah. This one, they're following the original official character art, 1x7 scale. And then, alright, Masked Romantic Maid, 1x4 scale. Where do I even begin? Let me just say this. This will be the cheapest 1x4 scale figure of all time, even if she may be costing 50,000 yen. That is my prediction. The reason being, you're paying for one single 1x4 scale figure, but you're getting three 1x4 scale figures for the 50,000 yen. You're getting Masked from Nikke, you're getting Hosho Marine from Hololive as well, looks exactly like her, and you're also getting Patrick from SpongeBob. Pay attention to that small starfish on the barrel over there. That is Patrick. So you're getting three 1x4 scale figures for 50,000 yen. I still don't know yet if I should pre-order this, but I think I really should. Because the next one is even more yabai. It's even worse for me. The next figure is my favorite figure in this entire OneFest event. What do you think it is? Yes, it is Rapi Red Hood. 1x4 scale. This is 1x4 scale. Yeah, I'm predicting 50,000 yen as well. And I've seen comments, really dumb comments in myfigurecollection.net, People are asking why are the colors so weird. I won't buy it. Because it is not even painted yet. Only the hair and her jacket is painted. The body, the skin, everything is not painted yet. It is so obvious. So why is that even a question? But anyways, this is a must buy, a must have for me. I don't care if this is 50 or 55,000 yen. I'm buying this for sure. My favorite figure. So, I love my girls in action pose with big guns or big swords, and this is exactly it. And this is how 1x4 scale figures should be done. I'm so sick of FreeInk's bunny girls that are low in detail and the same exact outfit repeated to death for the past decade. Now this is something fresh, something new. Up to this point, only third-party resin figures have been willing to make 1x4 scales like this. Finally, Hobby Sakura is giving me at least something that I really want. Which is why this One Fest is so bad, so terrible for me. In a good way, in a bad way at the same time. Bad for my wallet, good for my my mental health, I suppose. Must have. Alright, moving up next. Okay, we have one of my 7 skills of Guren, right? The one behind is Guren and in front Scarlet as well. So I have pre-ordered the re-release by Good Smile. I did not get the first release that came out in May and then she immediately sold out, right? Because my budget for the month, yeah, I couldn't exceed my budget, so can't be helped. Now, Hobby Sakura is giving me another option, we will see. I always have the option to sell the Good Smile version and get this one or even keep both. Yeah, so there is always the option to sell. Up next, we have some chibi figures from Nikke. Yeah, so I don't really collect this stuff, but I like them. I think they are really nice alternatives to Nendoroids. Because Nendoroids are getting really expensive nowadays. Yeah. Okay, and then the next one here, this is an original character, Bunny Girl. Just Bunny Girl, 1x7 scale. So Hobby Sakura also makes a bunch of original character figures. They're usually 1x4, usually around 20,000 yen, more like 18k for the standard version, 20k for the deluxe version with wall scroll. So this is one of those kinds of figures. For a Bunny Girl, she's looking really great because of her sweater, her coat over there. Next one here, this is original character as well, Shinoten Bunny. Lolly Bunny, nothing much. And then original character, Shinoten P. The same character but in different outfits, I see. I would go for this because Bunny is way too common, but this is nice. Yeah. And whatever she's sitting on, I like that, it is cute. Next one here, Shiro Usagi, original character as well. Feels like another Alice in Wonderland figure to me. And that is all for Hobby Sakura. Man, all those Nikke figures are really killing me. Yeah. Okay, moving on to the next brand. Kadokawa and KDcolle. Oh, these are action figures. I'll go through them quickly. More like plastic model. They are model kits. So I'm not sure why people would buy model kits of characters like this. Roxy Migodia from Mushoku Tensei. You look at all those lines on the thigh, on the knees, they are ugly AF, but I suppose that there will be people who like stuff like this, right? And yeah, plastic model Kana Arima. Yeah, those joints look terrible, man. With Zero Emilia as well, plastic model kit. Okay, now the proper scale figures, KDcolle. Ryza, Rizalin Stout, another figure of Ryza. It is just a matter of time before I buy a Ryza figure because I find her to be one of the main figures in a way. Like one of the main, how do I even describe it? What is the word for it? Main flag bearer in a way for the hobby of collecting anime figures. It is like, if you collect figures, you need to have at least one Miko figure, at least one Sonico figure, stuff like this. It is like that character represents the hobby of collecting anime figures itself. There are quite a few. Miku is one of them, but I regard Rizalin Stout to be one of those characters as well. Yeah. I don't even know why I think so, but if I want one, I'll just get the outer version, I suppose. Still widely available out there. Next one here, we have Asuka and also Rei. School uniform version. Random. Very random. And I wonder how are they keeping the figure standing with this swing over there. Magnets, maybe? I have no idea. Nowadays, magnets are very rare among anime figures. Next one, we have Ayase Ellie from Love Live. Wow. I can't say I'm surprised because the oldest Love Life, the first series from year 2014 was the best Love Life. Yeah. Aquos was okay, but not as good as the oldest generation. And now the latest version is like so crappy, but yeah, the character designs are terrible. The oldest one is the best. I just say Ellie was insanely popular back then. Ultra made multiple figures of her. There were Alpha, Omega figures as well, stuff like that. And yeah. Okay, next one here, my Sakurajima again. My favorite one is still the Chinese dress version by Spiritale, lying on a moon-shaped chair of some kind. Was it a chair? But anyways, that is my favorite my Sakurajima figure. Very expensive and rare today. Next one here, we have Aris Greyrat from Mushoku Tensei. I hate her so much, man. I don't care what kind of circumstances she was in, her family, her environment, or anything else, but I really hate her character I hate her personality to guts, man. Yeah. Next one, Sylphiet Greyrat. Alright. At least the figure of Sylphiet that, for those what we've seen the anime, I suppose. Yeah. We have been getting a lot of fan service figures of her lately. And then this is Prisma Ilya KDcolle. Nothing new for Kadokawa. They made so many Ilya figures. This is, Raftalia from Shield Hero, Tate no Yusha. This version, I haven't seen it in the anime yet. Maybe it is coming soon in season 4, which is now airing. So this figure, in a way, is a bit of a spoiler, but I don't mind that. Huge hammer. And man, this has to be the best looking Raftalia figure after the one by Kadokawa, the Sword Hero version. Kadokawa made 2 skills of her, both of which I regard to be really good, and the default figures of Raftalia should go for, if you can find one that is. This one should round up the top 3, together with those 2 by Kotobukiya. Yeah. Okay, next one here. This one is already on pre-order, so I'm skipping past this one. I just discussed her 2 days ago on Figure News Fix on her weird head. The next one here, okay, so all of these, I won't go through them one by one. These are existing announcements from previous events that has no updates at all. They're stuck in this announcement stage, not even a prototype. So there is no point going through all of them. Yeah, those Roxy Megadia skill figure, Misaka Migoto, and so on, they're all old announcements. So that is all for KDcolle over here for the new figures. Moving up to the next brand, Kaiyodo, which they normally make Revoltech action figures, but I'm focusing on the 4 or 5 skill figures they announced only. Dead or Alive 6 Mary Rose. Looks like there are 2 different versions over here, or maybe you get to swap parts. I'm not quite sure how this works. And then we have Hatsune Miku 17th anniversary version. Colors are a bit like, I don't know, painful to look at. Yeah, the yellow and the turquoise are not exactly blending in really well over here. Next one here, this is Hatsune Miku Seiryu Kotori version. Yeah, like Kotori bird version. Bird nest. Is she sitting on the bird nest? I can't tell. That would be a pretty unique figure. And finally, this is also Hatsune Miku Seiryu version. Okay. The Japanese, what do you call that? There's this creature in Japanese folklore, right? Chinese as well. Yeah. So that version, but in Hatsune Miku. Okay, so that is all for the 4 skill figures by Kaiyodo. Up next is KoiKoi, actually a low-budget Chinese figure brand for now, but who knows, in future they might venture into expensive skill figures as well. So all of these figures are their new announcements, but I'm not sure if they will be low budget or not. The first one here is art by Amagi Shino, Shion Elfin. And then, just Bunny Girl, nothing much. And then here with art by Asanagi Tamachan Sensei, the swimming advisor from today, I think. Yeah. Oh, this is nice. I love the pose. Very photogenic, very natural looking. Asanagi art is great as well. Next one here, wow. Micro bikini. But the leopard texture is really nice though. Art by Kandoku. My older sister is forced to cosplay by her friend. Forced to cosplay, I think. I'm not too sure what is the full title. Okay, this figure, even if I get it, I couldn't review on YouTube, I think. I couldn't. Not without getting demonetized for that specific video. But if it is just one video, I don't mind. The problem is that you attract unwanted attention from the moderators, and then they'll be watching everything you upload. That's the problem. I don't want to attract unnecessary attention from YouTube's moderators. Kase Daiki, the artist. So the character name is Nora for this one. It does look like a low budget figure to me, to be honest. Just white, black, and yellow, and not much detailing. There's a bit of it, but not much. Yeah. Probably 8,000 yen, 7,000 yen for this one. And then here, oh, art by Kekematsu, the cursed legendary something, Kagari no Kirie. Very skinny, very underweight, but I still like it because I like to have variety in my collection. I have the lollies, I have the underweight ones, I have the big opai ones, I have everything, but not the overweight ones. I mean, not my kind of thing. Those big melon stuff, no. This one, I think it is more like the figure is unique, right? I don't have anything like this in my collection, which is why I'm interested in some way. Moving up, next we have art by Nadare, Behind the Shrine in the Afternoon. This one is a bit meh to me, but looks like she's wearing Miko outfit. Yeah, Behind the Shrine. And art by Saitom L. Interesting, because Saitom art figures often end up becoming very expensive, customable native figures that cost like 30,000 yen. To see a Saitom art figure ending up as a low budget figure is kind of interesting, but yeah, no cast off. And here we have Sophia F showing, but art by SG. Oh yeah, speaking of Sophia F showing, we have more new figures of her. She is like the new Super Sonico, you know. Kind of big opai, but not oversized at the same time. And then somehow every company wants to make figures based off her artworks. She's the new Sonico. And then we have art by Ulrich, Yumi Cow Bikini. Oh, that is way too big for me. Way too big for me. Yeah. And the body proportions are weird as well, but this is anime we're talking about. Next one here, Bishoujo Mangekyo, the Receptionist. Alright. Low budget figure, I can tell. And followed by Umise Soha. That is the name of the character, I think. Original character, Umise Soha. And I like the face a lot on this one. Yeah. Swimsuit as well, but I like it. And looks like a 7,000 yen figure. Alright, that is all for KoiKoi. I actually like their stuff this time around. Moving up to the next brand, Kotobukiya, which is a surprise. I really did not expect them to show up in One Fest. They tend to prefer Mega Hobby Expo, but at the same time, they did not announce much stuff. So the first one here is Alicia Wallfield swimsuit version art by Rui Sento. So this is original art figure, quite uncharacteristic of Kotobukiya to make one, but this was from the previous One Fest as well, now finally painted. And another super skinny figure. Well, I like the one by KoiKoi earlier a lot more because I know this one will be more expensive. Moving up to the next one, this is Hyaki Ayame again from Hololive. This is like Kotobukiya's third figure of her already. There was a version 2. Version 1 was very popular, became rare, I think. Version 2 can still find it. This is version 3. Very detailed. Nice. Moving up, we have Hololive Shisaki Shion. Shisaki Shion, do we have any skills of her? No, right? We only had pop-up rates. I might be wrong, but I don't remember. Did Max Factory make one or something? Once again, I love details. This is so pleasing to me. Up next, see? Nikke again. Coming from Kotobukiya, of all brands. Kotobukiya has ignored Arzalin mostly because everyone else are already doing them, but they got into Nikke. And how dare you for giving me a 1x4 skill Anis because I couldn't overlook this one. Yes, we already have 1x3 ink, 40,000 yen, sure. But this one is like, I suppose that the pose is a lot more attractive. The 1x3 ink is just based on the official character art, official character profile of some kind. Just her standing there doing nothing. Yeah, this one at least, the pose is very attractive. And you know what is great about 1x4 skills in this kind of sitting poses? The box won't be big. You won't be paying a lot for shipping. Up next, this is the second Little Mermaid figure I told you about earlier. The first one was Hobby Sakura. The second one, Kotobukiya wants to make this figure. And if they follow this boring pose from this artwork over here, I'm still not complaining. The problem now is which one should I get? I suppose there's no harm getting both. Yeah. As a self-proclaimed FGO fan, I have all of my attention on Nikke right now, and I suppose that they got anti-art. FGO got anti-art by Nikke and by X Kogane over here. Next, Nikke figure, we have Soda 1x4 skill. Now, Soda is a character where I would want a proper 1x7. So far, there are none yet, if I'm not mistaken. Did Alter announce one last year in Mega Hobby Expo with Blanc and Noah? I can't remember. But I want a 1x7 of Soda. 1x4, I'm not sure yet. If it is this bunny outfit, then I am less inclined to consider it. But if it is a unique outfit, unique pose, or anything else that is not bunny, then I will be more interested. Yeah. Next one here, this one no changes. More like this was announced in the Koto event a few months ago. Rukawa-chan by Rukawa Negi. It is a VTuber, I think. And now we have a prototype. Yeah, looking great so far. Next one, no, this is the last one for Kotobukiya. Only 7 figures, but really good announcements over here. Alright, we are now almost 2 hours in. And we are more than halfway through. Good. This won't be a 3-hour video. Up next, we have MAGI Arts. And I'm not sure how to censor this this figure over here, because technically there is no hadaka of any kind, but the pose can be interpreted in a different way, if you know what I mean. Just that this is just a very artistic way of pairing 2 figures. I think this is very unique. Yeah, this is like lesbian or something like that, you know, 2 girls having fun with each other, but at the same time it is not hadaka, right? It is not very lewd. I think from an artistic standpoint, this is a very unique figure. I like it so much. And well, we'll see. Still too early to say anything. In case you guys did not know, MAGI Arts is also a Chinese brand, but one of the high quality brands out there, yeah. Alongside Apex, Myethos, and so on. Just that I don't have any experience with their figures yet, not in person at least. The next one here, art by Marumoru Mechanics Holiday. Mechanics Holiday. The colors are a bit dull, man. Why is the whole thing grey color? And her suit looks like concrete to me in color. Next one here, Sayano Ota. Some of you are going to be very happy, right? The fans of Urobuchi, though I know nothing about this character. Another figure of Sayano Ota, and then followed by FuRyu F Shering Ninja version. Interesting. I'm not sure if this is actually an action figure or a scale figure. I don't see any joints. So this has to be a scale figure, yet you're getting all those extra props and extra face plates. Interesting. Yeah, ninja version. Ninja and science fiction. Yeah, the outfit is full on sci-fi, but I like it. Up next, we have Suomi Shifuku, Art of the Radiant Sea. Must be original character again. I was thinking, is this Blue Archive or is it, you know, Girls Frontline? No, original character. And then we have, okay, Hakure Reimu from Toho. This would be like 23, 25k maybe. The price. Very nice, I like it. This is a very good figure of Hakure Reimu. More like Griffon, a company where everyone hated 8-10 years ago. If there was one thing they were really good at, it was Toho figures. And now that they are gone, hey, MAGI Arts. What else? Solarin. They are doing Toho figures, Q as well, and they are doing an excellent job with it. So I suppose that no one really misses Griffon. Yeah. This one is closer up look. The figure still looks a bit unfinished to me. Like they could do a bit more shading, things like that. And the surface doesn't look as polished, but this is a prototype. I've learned my lesson not to judge figures based on prototypes we see in events, because there have been occasions where I look at this figure in one fest in Mega Hobby Expo, I was like, cringe. And then when the figure goes on pre-order, I see the official product pictures, I regretted saying the word cringe back in my One Fest coverage. So I'm not jumping the gun too early this time around. Okay, up next we have Toho as well, Izayoi Sakura. Very nice. You know, I feel like Toho is getting just the right amount of figures, not too few, not too many. And the case with Arzalin, there are way too many. Up next, this is a surprise to me, White Album 2. The anime aired like 10 years ago. Season 2, 10 years ago. Season 1 was way better. White Album, Season 1 was like 24 episodes and Season 2 is half the length. Basically, drama queens everywhere. About romance, an anime about romance and then betrayals, cheating and those kind of things. But, you know, kind of nostalgic because I used to watch it so many years ago. I don't remember a thing by now. And I did not expect a company like MAGI Arts to make figures from White Album 2. So this one is Kazusa Toma and the next one here, Setsuna Ogiso. And I believe that is all for MAGI Arts. Yep, it is. Moving up to the next brand, Medicos Entertainment. And they're getting into 1x4 scales as well, interestingly. So this is Rin from Bunny Garden. And this is exactly the character, the yellow one I said earlier about Bunny Garden girls. The red, the blue, this is the yellow one in that Power Ranger team. This is a 1x4 scale and the pose is really wow. I had to cover up her knees just in case. Yeah, just in case the AI of YouTube interprets it as a baby making position or pose. Yeah, that's a problem as well. I did not know Medicom Entertainment is the kind of brand to make figures with such a daring pose. This is something new as well. The next scale is the best FGO figure of One Fest 2025 summer by a long shot. Even though this is not a new figure, this was announced on the 31st of December last year, the last day of the year. I still remember very well. And people were celebrating. And now we finally have a painted sample. Looks like she is ready for pre-order. Very detailed, nice shading. Beast Sodom Draco. Personally, I call her Lolly Nero. Yeah, Nero Claudius. They look alike. I mean, Type Moon always recycles the same faces that they deem to be popular. Saberface is another example. Jen Diak face as well. So it is no wonder that they would use Nero Claudius face again. Now this one, yes, I want it. I haven't bought FGO figures in more than a year now. And I am really re-evaluating what to buy and what to cut off, right? So characters like Alter Ego Lambda, that penguin girl, as I call it, from Outer. That one, I will buy it eventually. I haven't bought that yet. But some other characters that I originally planned to buy, I'm cutting them off already. Yeah, slowly losing interest, but I'll stick to the characters that I only like, I suppose, instead of buying everything. I think that makes more sense. I wouldn't say I will ever lose interest in Fate series or FGO. It is something special to me, just that some characters I've lost interest. But this one is technically a Saberface figure in a way, so I want it. This looks incredible. Up next, we have Medicos Mahjong Fighter Girl G14 Rochante Midsummer version. You know, I thought that Mahjong is meant for old men. What is up with this cute, pretty young girl doing here? What is she doing here? I love the pose though. Very nice. And wow, that slappable Oshiri over there. Damn, the sculpt. Beautiful sculpt. Next one here, we have a new figure of Marin Kitagawa, and I wonder if they will base the entire figure off this scene over here in the manga and anime. If they do, then this would be like a diorama figure already, which is interesting. But they are also explicitly mentioning this is a 1x4 scale. So I don't think we're getting a 1x4 scale figure in a diorama. That would be very expensive. At least we know that it won't be a Barney figure. Or maybe it will be, because in the earlier episodes of Season 2 of My Dress Up Darling, if you're watching it, it is currently airing. Yeah, she has a new Barney outfit. Maybe they are doing that, I'm not sure. This picture over here is not saying much. And I would have assumed it is the entire scene over here of them choosing an outfit together with Gojo. If it was 1/7, but they say 1/4, then I don't think Gojo is included. If it is, this would be like a 60,000-80,000 yen figure. Yeah. The next one here, another Nikke figure, must. So we had the one by Amakuni earlier in pink bikini. We have this one, and we have the 1/4 by Hobby Sakura. And this may sound crazy, but this is my favorite one among the three. Even though Medicos Entertainment is not the greatest figure brand out there in terms of quality control, but guess what? I'm not being fair to them at the same time, because nowadays Good Smile and Alter are also screwing up things from time to time. So to point out every time that Medicos is not the best in paintwork quality is like a bit of an over-exaggeration, I suppose. Yeah, so I will still buy the figures one day, right? In the past, they made stuff that I wasn't interested in, but things are starting to change. They had the new FGO figure that just came out a month ago that, what was the name again? Karma, right? Karma just came out, was really hot and really well made based on pictures I've seen from other members in my Discord server. So I have high hopes for this one. Yeah. Up next, we have PRISMA Ilya again. Interesting. And then this is Bikini Armor. What is the name of the character? Is this Katsuragi? It looks like Katsuragi to me from Senran Kagura New Link. You know, the concept of Bikini Armor makes no sense. Armor is supposed to protect you, but that bikini design protects you the least, offering no protection at all, if anything, to your vital organs. And the sword design on this is also weird. Like, it makes no sense that the area, right, near the handle is so narrow. Wouldn't the sword break a bit too easily? But anime logic, you know. I like this a lot, to be honest. So a lot of the things that we like when it comes to anime character design often make the least sense when you think about it. Up next, what is this? Oh no, I did not rename the file. What is this? I have no idea at all. Akuma something on the right side. Never mind. Now that you get to see it, you know that this figure is coming. I forgot to name the file of this image. Okay, that is all for Medicos Entertainment. Now we move on to Megahouse. Fortunately, only 4 figures because I don't have to touch any of the mecha stuff they come up with together with Bandai. This is from Gundam Z, 4 Murasame. Since when was 4 Murasame this hot? I don't remember her being this attractive though. And then this is Camille Bidan, female character. Yeah, female character. He hates being pointed out that his name sounds like a female's name, but I'm going to call her a female. Call him a female for this reason. Okay, next one here. Hatsune Miku, random. Megahouse making a Miku figure. Endless Waltz version. Oh, okay. This is a collaboration with Gundam Wing. I just remembered. Gundam Wing is having its 30th anniversary, I think. And there is a new manga and perhaps a new animation, like new movie in the plans, in the works. I saw the announcement. Yeah, so this must be in celebration of Gundam Wing's anniversary. And then this is, okay, Mushoku Tensei Roxy Megadia. Is this a tiny scale figure? The palm size, I think it looks like it to me. Yeah. And that is all for Megahouse. This one is going on pre-order very soon. I think even within this week. Moving up to the next brand, we have Myethos, which is actually one of the oldest Chinese brands out there for anime scale figures. Yes, they are way older than Apex Toys and everyone else. So a bit of history with Myethos. Back then, you know, around year 2017, I used to exhibit my figure photography works in some anime events in Malaysia. And I was one of the like VIP members of some kind in the event, a special guest of some kind, an artist together with other cosplayers from overseas. Yeah, I was that kind of person, a VIP. And then the people in my team, they got in touch with Myethos, and Myethos was sending us prototypes that were not yet released for us to take pictures, for us to display in our anime events over here in my country, right? So figures like Celestia Ludenberg from Danganronpa, I got my hands on the prototype as well. That was way back in year 2017 or so. So they have been around for a very long time. They know what they are doing, and they are really capable of coming up with figures like this, even though they prefer to concentrate on low budget stuff. Yeah. they are more than capable of doing stuff like this. So we are looking at Arknight's Exoshii Elite 2 from Arknights, and I'm just too scared to predict how much this will cost. For now, I'm saying 40 to 45,000 yen, and that is factoring in this being a Chinese figure, not Japanese. If this was a Japanese brand, I would say 45 to 50k easily, but because this is a Chinese figure, I dare to predict 40,000 yen. Yeah. Japanese brands means an additional 8 to 10,000 yen for something like this. So this one is something all of you who collect Arknights should really look forward to. This thing is beating the crap out of the Arknights figure by Alter, the 45,000 yen one. I don't remember the name. Came out a year or two ago. Yeah, that one was 45k. I think this one is even better. Okay, up next we have Art by Nikke AZD. Alright, yeah, this post-apocalyptic series of character designs, the AZ series as I call it. For some reason, many of the figures from this line, they often bargain bin after release. So even though the figure is not even painted yet, I'm urging caution against pre-ordering it too early. I'm sorry, Myethos, but it is what it is. I'm quite consumer-centric as a content creator. I give people advice on what is worth buying and what isn't. That's the thing. So if I know that the figure is going to bin, then don't pre-order early, right? And I plan to discuss this in a future video. I have many ideas in mind that I want to discuss, but yeah, my schedule is full. Up next, we have Azalane Formidable Anniversary Memories version. Another Azalane figure. Has Myethos made any Azalane figure so far? I think they did, right? But not many. They couldn't resist the temptation of the money printer that is Azalane. Next one here, Fairy Tail, another Swan Lake, art by, I can't read that. What's the artist name over there? Okay, anyways, this Fairy Tail, another series has been around since the earliest days of Myethos. Yeah, back in the mid-2010s, they were making figures like this, concept art figures, right? Based on inspirations of, yeah, some other titles like Disney Wonderland kind of thing, those kind of things, Disney stuff or other kinds of fairy tale that has been around for some time. They like to make concept art figures based off those. So this is just another one, and I have been wondering when Myethos was going to make one, because they haven't made one in years because of their shift towards gift plus low budget figures. And the next one here, you know, I had a really good laugh when I saw this figure displayed in one fest. You know, I posted this in my Facebook, in a YouTube post as well, saying that, oh, Myethos is finally making a Honkai style scale figure, and they are making Ranmei. And so many people were happy. Finally, another Honkai style scale figure. As it turns out, it is a 3D photo frame. It is not even a proper scale figure. And I just can't imagine the faces on those people celebrating when they find out that this is not a figure but more of a 3D photo frame. How disappointed they would be. This is like a big middle finger to Honkai style fans, because for the longest time ever, many people requested for proper scale figures from Honkai style. Yeah, now we have Kafka, 2 figures of Kafka already. But Ranmei is also one of those characters that people want figures of. Myethos announced it early, a few days early, ahead of One Fest. People were happy, only to disappoint them with this thing over here. I find it hilarious. For me, I don't care. I mean, if it is not what I want, I don't care. I move on and buy something else. Yeah. Okay, it is something very unique, for sure. I find it interesting. But at the same time, I know there will be plenty of people who are going to be disappointed by this. Up next, we have a Chibi Hatsune Miku figure over here. Paintwork is really nice though. The turquoise is really nice. And the next one here, these are gift plus low budget figures. Trinidad from Azalane. Changing Room from the looks of it. I'm not sure how are they going to make it low budget if they include the entire changing room, or at least a part of it. I'm not sure how. Or are they giving us just the figure and maybe the cloth, right? The curtain covering her, but the curtain would be on the floor and she's holding them up instead of an entire changing room diorama. I think that is what they're doing. Yeah, just her hands and the cloth but on the floor. That would be ideal. Okay, up next here, we have Honkai Star Rail Herta, Myethos Gift Plus, low budget figure, and also Sunday. Honkai also has really weird character names. We have Sunday, we have March 7th, like what the heck. But anyways, we need a character called June 9th because 6-9, you know. Okay, and that is all for Myethos. Moving on to the next brand, Felino, only one figure, and this is nothing new. This was unpainted back in One Fest Winter 6 months ago. She's now painted STAR15 from Girls France line. Your favorite toy to bring to schools in the United States after you buy one. AR15? Yeah. I liked the one by Fat Company a lot. Yes, the one where she is holding rifle, dashing forward. But there is a different AR15, I think, not this one. And that one had QC issues as well with the paintwork, which was really a shame because I really liked that figure. Very dynamic pose, action pose, you know. Yeah, and very detailed character designs overall. So for Lino here, only one figure, not much. Moving up to the next brand, that would be Prisma Wing. And if there's a brand which I would consider as a dark horse, doing the most unexpected things in a good way, in this event, it is Prisma Wing. And you'll see why soon. The first one here, Prisma Wing, Angel Next Door, Spoils Me Rotten, My Hero Shina, this is kind of meh. But I would say this is going to be a cheap figure, but who knows, they might surprise us in a nasty way. Maybe ask for 27,000 yen for something like this. Prisma Wing has a long track record of overpricing their stuff, but when they do get it right, their figures are pretty good. Yeah, the problem is that they can be inconsistent at the same time. The next one is why Prisma Wing is a dark horse in this event. I did not expect this at all. Holy crap, man. W from Arc Knights. This is going to cost 50 or 60,000 yen, bro. This looks more like something Prime 1 Studio would do, their resin figure division, rather than Prisma Wing itself. But, hot damn, man. I wasn't expecting Arc Knights to get so many excellent figures. Well, not many, but the ones you guys are getting are excellent. We have Ines from Phoenix earlier, looks quite good. And then we had, yeah, the one by Myethos earlier. And now this. I wouldn't have expected Arc Knights to have the most badass figures in this event. Not a chance. I did not expect this at all. This is going to cost 50k minimum, maybe more than that. It looks a bit too messy. It reminds me of those very detailed, very complex resin figures from third parties, but this looks really good, man. Now that you have seen this figure, will you pre-order it? If it is going for 55 or 60,000 yen even, I would love to hear your thoughts on this, but Prisma Wing really caught me off guard this time. I did not expect anything like this. This is excellent stuff. Moving up next, we have Razorline Stout from Prisma Wing. I like the base. It is nice. Like, we are getting a mini diorama for an alchemist lab of some kind. I like it. And, you know, look at the detail on the outfit. I'm not sure if I can zoom in more, but if you look closely, the brown color vest around her, there is some texture on it, leather texture. Something you'll see only in resin figures. So this Ryza figure really caught my attention. And if you tell me this thing will cost 35 to 40,000 yen because it is Prisma Wing, I wouldn't be surprised at all. Yeah. I wanted the outer version, man. Now I see this one. I'm not so sure anymore. It is just a matter of time before I buy a Prisma Wing scale figure and take the risk. Yeah. Up next, Regensburg from Azalane. Another 50-60,000 yen figure for sure. What the heck, man? Oh. Sometimes I feel bad for not featuring Prisma Wing's figures on my thumbnail for today's video, given the amount of effort they have went into making stuff like this, but I wanted to stick to a common theme. Like, what is the biggest theme for this event? It is Nikke. No arguments about that, which is why. But wow, one bangers over another, man. I'm just speechless. So the next one here, Kuku no Inazuke, Erika Amano. I finished season 1. Season 2 is currently airing. I haven't started watching yet. I will. So they have this figure over here, which I predict will be 27k. Yeah, I'm predicting. We'll see. Are there skill figures of this anime? I think there were 1x4 skills by freeing which bargain bins like crazy, but normal skills 1x7, I can't recall any. Of course, I may be wrong, but I can't recall any. I remember the 1x4 skills simply because of the bargain bins. Yeah. Moving up next, we have another incredible figure from Prisma Wing, Yatogami Toka from Dead Alive. All these years, I preferred the one by Good Smile. I reviewed that one before many years ago, but this one beats the one by Good Smile, I think. This one is incredible as well. It is like looking at the FGO character, but Third Ascension, something like that, right? I did not watch beyond season 2, the Dead Alive anime adaptation. Okay, so this thing is amazing. And then now we have this Girls Frontline to Exilum. We have this LTLX 7000. This is under Prisma Wing. This is a premium resin figure that costs like 180,000 yen, 200,000 yen or so. But now you get to see it. As you can see, it is incredible. And this is a 1x4 skill, which is why this is 200,000 yen also. Yeah. Wow. Wow. And here another one by Prisma Wing. By Prime One Studio, I mean. Premium resin figure, Tanjiro and Nezuko. So now we look back at Prisma Wing, right? Okay, Prime One Studio does not count. It is a premium figure brand to begin with. How many bangers of a figure did they come up with in this one event alone? Yatogami Toka. And then Regensburg. And then this Ryza, I consider it to be exceptional as well. And then this Arknight's W figure. All by one single brand. Prisma Wing is probably the main star of this event, together with Hobby Sakura and Apex Toys. Really. Okay, up next, we have Proof. Okay, so Proof has 7 figures over here. The first one, Card Captor Sakura again. But until today, I still regard the one by Good Smile to be the best Card Captor Sakura figure. The one that was online exclusive. Yeah, the one with the big base and so on. That one's quite rare, I think. Yeah. Next one here, we have Nikke, Conti Supreme Holiday. Supreme Holiday. Another Nikke character that I never knew existed. I don't know how popular she is. Maybe she's less popular. I don't see people talking about her, posting pictures of her, which is why I did not know the character exists. This Supreme Holiday is one of them. So out of nowhere, Proof is making a Nikke scale figure. Now I have an excuse to buy a scale figure by Proof. I want to know what the quality is like. I finally have a reason. Yeah. Next one here, another Nikke figure, Helm Aquamarine. So basically, this is the same thing FreeInk did in 1x4. They are doing a 1x7 version, which is always welcome. And next one here from Tengen Toppa Gurren Lagann, Simon and Nia. This one, don't care about this one, even though it comes with the mecha's head as the base, which is very nice. And this one, Yoko Littner. No, until today, my favorite Yoko figure is the one by Alta, holding her rifle like this. Yeah, came out like 2010, 2012, very old figure, but rare AF, very expensive in the aftermarket. Now this one, it is not looking as refined as the Ultra version, but hey, a figure releasing in year 26 has to be better than a figure released 12, 13 years ago. So this is now my new favorite Yoko Littner figure, and that is saying a lot because I was a long-time critic of Proof. They screwed up some figures. I feel like I'm beating the dead horse, repeating Marin Kitagawa Lee's version, but that is one example over there. But they had figures that were fairly good, like the 2B from Nier Automata. I've seen the reviews. That one was fairly good. So I have high hopes for this one and also the Nikke figures earlier. Yeah. This is something I might get. I'm not sure yet. Yeah, because Nikke is already draining my wallet dry. And next one here from Gurren Lagann as well. I don't know what is the name of this dude. The base is a nice touch though, but it wouldn't be cheap. And lastly, we have Hana Ozaki from Ozaki-chan wa Asobi Tai. Now, this is one of the most normal Ozaki figures out there. Yeah, many others, they emphasize so much on her giant melons, showing as little skin as possible. This is one of the safer figures of her out there. Moving up to the next brand, we have Race Dream, Chinese figure brand. And they are best known for their 1x6 scale Toho figures. Check out their Toho figures, seriously. Yeah. This is Ling Guang from Aether Gazer. Must be another game that I know nothing about. Followed by, okay, a Doll's War. They just call this Doll's War. I have no idea what is this thing. The next one here, Asaki. Okay, so this is an original character. There is a scale figure of her already, low budget scale by Race Dream. Was it Race Dream? I think it is. 6,000 yen or so, not too difficult to find. The problem with that figure is that it is not very good. Yeah, full of quality control issues. And the skin color also looks a bit weird. So hopefully they do a better job with this one. Next, we have Nanami, original character as well. It is hard to tell if this will be premium scale figures or this will be low budget. Race Dream makes both kinds of figures. And then we have Snowbreak Containment Zone, Fanny. Now this looks nice. And until today, I still don't understand why some people want to call themselves Fanny. You know what that word means in British English? Yeah, go and find it out yourself. But spelled F-A, not F-E. Yeah. And Snowbreak Containment Zone, Life or Leaf. Anyways, I love this. Very stylish. I love this character here. I really hope that in real life, wedding dress would look like this, you know. Like, wedding dress in real life, they are quite boring to look at, to be honest. Okay, moving on to the next brand. What do we have over here? Reverse Studio 1 single figure. Girls Front Line to Exilum Macchiato Casual Clothes Hanakage Shige. I actually like this, even though I'm a bit unwilling to buy too much stuff from Girls Front Line because, you know, yeah, the figures been so much. And I mean, if I can get them at bint prices, that is one thing. The next problem is that in case I don't select the figure, then how easy or difficult it is to sell it, that is a big question mark. But I won't lie, I like this figure a lot. I like that big rifle over there. You know, I mentioned them in X in Twitter when I reviewed their bunny girl figure, and Senpai noticed me. Yeah, Reverse Studio, send some figures over for me to review it. Since Senpai has already noticed me. Okay, next one, what do we have over here? RIBOSE, Chinese figure brand. Okay, chibi figures from Honkai Star Rail, very obvious. I can tell that is Sparkle, the one on the top row on the left, that is Sparkle. And then more chibi figures. Yeah, we have, what do we have over there? The one on the bottom right, that is certainly, what's the name again? Damn it. Anyways, Honkai Star Rail chibi figures. Okay, up next, this is a surprise to me. Kaede and Suzu. Yeah, H anime. I loved it so much. And I did not expect RIBOSE to pick up on these characters, Kaede and Suzu. But of course, this is a safe for work figure brand, so these figures will not be cast-offable. You want cast-off figures of these two characters, of these sisters over here, then you need to look for the ecchi brands from Japan. I think there is a brand making Kaede and Suzu figures. Yeah, so at least a couple of Japanese brands, though whether it is easy to find those figures is another matter altogether. This is all you get, no cast off. Up next, we have Tea Time Cat Girls Orange Cat. Yeah, they're putting actual tea over there. And, oh, closer up look. People actually like this series of figures, you know. I know quite a few people that buy them. And here we have Dan Heng, Yin Yue version from Honkai Star Rail, low budget figure actually. And also Topaz from Honkai Star Rail, low budget figure. So not much from RIBOSE, but their quality tend to be really good. And RIBOSE is also one of those figure companies from China that are slowly transitioning from expensive scale figures to lower budget figures. And they just do their own thing, you know. The figures they make are kind of unique, like the Tea Time Cat Girls earlier. Yeah. They're not making as many expensive scales today. I hope that will change. Moving up next, we have Spiritale. Okay, so the first one here is Ryza. Swimsuit version, and this is a 1x6. Yeah, so that is going to be nice. Followed by, okay, Moe from Blue Archive. She looks like that crazy girl who likes yaoi stuff based on her face expression and the glasses she wears alone. Am I correct or wrong? Let me know. Yeah, the nerdy kind of otaku girl who likes all the yaoi stuff. I mean, she gives off that vibe, you know, the face expression alone, but I like this a lot. I like this figure a lot. Next one here, Gakuen Idolmaster Shinozawa Hiroshi Scenery version. Now, the thing with Gakuen Aimas is that the characters are so simple. They're either wearing casual outfit or their idol outfit. But yeah, we're getting a lot of figures. Guilty Gear Strife Elfeld. Finally, another girl. Another female character that is actually a female and not a Bridget. When I say Guilty Gear Strife, first thing I think of is obviously Bridget. I welcome this. What is she holding? I couldn't tell, but I like the character design already. I did not watch the anime adaptation. There was a series recently. Was it like 8 or 9 episodes only? I did not watch it. Up next, oh, Bridget, here we go. This is from Guilty Gear 20. Was it 20 or double X? A-Core plus R. Many choices. I don't like this version as much. The art style, the design is a bit different from the Bridget, I know. I don't like this one that much. And the next one here, Hatsune Miku. This is like, yeah. Chinese New Year version, is it? No, not really, right? Or is it Blue Archive version because of the halo on her head? I don't know. But, really unique Miku over there. And then we have this one, Maru-chan. That's her name. Maru-chan. Is it a VTuber? I have no idea. All I got is her name. Like character design and everything, the vibe she's giving off does feel like a VTuber to me. And the colors, man. I love the colors on this. Vibrant, saturated colors. Next one here, Sakura Miku. This is going to be good. In case you are disappointed by the Hanami outfit by Good Smile because of the paint issue, then take a good look at this one based on this, based on the artwork. Yeah, I did not save the artwork. But anyways, this is Sakura Miku, not the normal Miku. Yeah. And the last one here, Ui Shigure, another VTuber. And this is probably like the 5th anniversary version, if I'm not mistaken. So only a silhouette. And that is all for Spiritale. Let's pick up the pace over here. SSR figure, only 2 figures. Idolmaster, shiny colors, interesting. SSR figure always made original characters. What is up with going for Aimas? Sakura Toru, please include everything in this picture. That would be nice. And also Higuchi Madoka, also Aimas shiny colors. If we get only the figure and the chair, I would be pretty disappointed. If we get everything behind her, that would be amazing. Yeah. Moving on to the next brand, we have Union Creative. Okay, they announced a lot of stuff. So the first one here, this is an update from One Fest Winter. Art by Chihiro Ginpatsu-chan. I like this lolly a lot. Oh, she's cute. This is a Union Creative figure. I don't think this is customable, but it does not have to be. I just like the character design for being so cute, you know? Yeah. Next one here. Oh, this figure is borderline edgy. Like, Union Creative is really pushing the boundaries over here. I don't think they have made anything quite like this before. Reverse Bunny by art by Hirari. Yeah. I had to cover up so much just to be safe over here, no? So much skin being shown. And then, oh yeah, that bikini over there, the purple bikini, she stole it from a particular FGO character. I think you know which one. Moving up next, we have art by Kafun, Candy Devil. And there is a bit of a classic character design to it with this one. Followed by Whip Angel. So with Angel and Devil as a pair. Interesting. Yeah, the art style of these 2 characters are kind of interesting. You know, not your typical anime character design. And then we have Shion Elfin again, art by SG. Just now we had a low budget figure. This is a proper scale. Probably going for 20k or so, I think. And then this is art by Shimanun, original character. Is that the girl from Frieren that, I can't remember her name, of course. No, right? This is more grown up. And here we have Tobiichi Origami from Dead Alive 5. So this is like the official picture. The event picture was terrible. Look at this. Oh my god. I'm not sure whether to blame the event organizers or to blame the photographer or both. A bit of both. I have no idea. Maybe they're not supposed to shoot with flash. Flash is not allowed. Some events are like that. But what the heck is this? Fortunately, I got my hands on this picture over here. Yeah. And then here we have, okay, Dosanko Gale Fuyuki Minami. This was a character which I brought up in a video last week on how lower budget scale figure brands are going for anime characters. Yep, this girl right here. So Union Creative decided to make a scale of her. Yeah, I'm not sure how are they going to compete with the more expensive brand. No, with the more cheaper brands. I mean, Hanabi, right? 9,000 yen or so from last week's pre-orders. But you can kind of tell the detail level on this is quite a lot better. Yeah. So it is really up to you whether you want to pay more for the quality or not. Up next we have Aima's Shiny. Is this Gakuen Idolmaster or Idolmaster Shiny Colors? I think this is from Gakuen Idolmaster. I named it wrongly. Hataya Misuzo. I think this is Gakuen Aima's, going by how young the characters look. They're almost like middle school to high school age. It has to be Gakuen Aima's. Okay, next one here. Yup, the dark pictures from the event. I took this picture from another source, you know. And then here we have Tsukimura Temari Gakuen Aima's. Yep, Gakuen Idolmaster, I was right. I saw the logo down there. Yeah, they look like school students, that's why. And then this one is Idolmaster Cinderella Girls Yumemi Ryamo. I watched the anime adaptation. I don't remember this character. Or was it a new character that was added later? The next picture, as you can see, very dark. I don't know what they are doing. And boy, that big Oshiri behind is really getting in the way, man. Okay, next one here we have Idolmaster Shiny Colors. This is from Shiny Colors. I remember the idols there have all kinds of wings behind them. Kuwayama Chiyuki. Yeah, dark pictures again. And Osaki Amana, Idolmaster Shiny Colors as well. I don't really want to collect idol stuff anymore, though at the same time my Nikke volume figure feels like an idol character, no, with the mic and a mic stand next to her. Dark pictures again. Okay, moving up next we have Osaki Tenka. Oh, the same figure earlier but the dark, low, poor lighting version. God. Here we have Idolmaster Shiny Colors, Tsukioka Kogane. And dark pictures of the same figure. Mato Sehei no Slave Season 2 Yamashiro Ren. We need figures of Ren. Really? No comments. Up next, Nikke. Union Creative also wants in into Nikke. So this is Maiden from Nikke. Looks like a swimsuit to me, so nothing too special. We'll wait for it to be painted. And Union Creative stuff, even if it is Nikke, I probably won't pre-order early, you know. Yeah, I'm willing to take the risk. This is, Osama no Propose Kozaki Saika. Yep, Good Smile made a scale figure of her. I think she went on pre-order a while ago, right? Can't remember. But there was a Good Smile figure of this character. And she looked amazing, even though I knew nothing. It felt like looking at another Saber figure. Dark pictures again, and the next one, yep, that Sonico down there. So this is what version? Looks like a nurse version to me. Yeah. Are there any nurses in hospital that undress themselves like this? No, of course not. And here we have 1x4 skills of Momo and also Sirenji Haruna. There we go. So 1x4 skill. I believe these figures are already out, but their bikini, their swimsuit was more of a turquoise bluish green color. Now there's a white version. Yeah, low effort way to sell more figures of the same character because people will buy it. So that is all for Union Creative. Now let's move on to Vertex. So Vertex means Elf Village, right? Yeah, there are a few later on. This is also from Elf Village, Delphina, art by Asanagi. You can tell from the face alone it is an Asanagi art. Followed by Hazel from Elf Village as well. This one is quite normal, the character design, yeah. The next one here, Monica. This is probably the most lolly character in the entire Elf Village. There was another one with Twin Tail that came out a while ago, but this one is even more lolly than that one. And her outfit is also the most normal one. I wonder if they will make this one castable. No, probably not. Next one, we have Elf Village again, Zephyr. Is this normal elf or dark elf? Normal elf, I think, but you know, it feels like she would look good with darker skin. This character design over here. And then Elf Village collaboration, FuRyu F showing. She doesn't even have elf ears, man. But the outfit is nice though. And Raita art, right? This is Raita art. Zetai Junpaku Maho Shoujo, Suzuhara Misa, and that is all for Vertex. I think Zetai Junpaku Maho Shoujo, there are more ecchi figures. I forgot to mention earlier, but the 18 plus figure brands, obviously I'm not covering them on YouTube for very obvious reasons. You can check out the ecchi figures in my Discord server once again. So the next brand is VKN, one single figure, FuRyu F sharing again. Yeah. This looks like a race queen outfit, a latex suit. At the same time, it is not because she has a Gundam backpack behind her. I need to buy one of these FuRyu F sharing figures one day. Next brand, Wanderer, they also had a few action figures, but this is the only scaled figure on display. Nekomimi made Hoshimiya Amane, original character. Wanderer is also one of those few figure brands you need to be careful. Their quality is a bit questionable, yeah. And even their Azalian figures bargain bin. Yep. Okay, next company, Wave Corporation. The first one is art by Needy 2D, Meido Buso X. Yeah, Meido Buso, big milk jugs. Though the skin color here looks really weird. I'm not sure if it is the lighting or they are not done with the paintwork yet. But the skin is so orange, man. It looks weird, man. They need to fix the skin color. I don't like it the way it is at the moment. Next one here, Azalane Atago. So many figures of her to choose from. And then here we have Gakuen Idolmaster Shinozawa Hiroshi, super skinny, in swimsuit, followed by Gakuen Aimas as well. No, this is Idolmaster Cinderella Girls, I remember her. Kaede Takagaki. This one is an update from One Fest Winter, finally painted. And also Kanzaki Ranko grabbed that Oppai version. Yeah, squeeze version. Looking great. And then we have Natori Sana. Original character, is it? Or is it a VTuber character? Natori Sana. Puniru Kawaii Slime. Yeah, I find the color of the hair be interesting. Like, very glossy, yet translucent. Not the kind of thing I would buy, but interesting effect for the hair. And the best part is that it actually looks like slime, no? I think they nailed it over here. The next one here, we have Supersonico wasting food, wasting ice cream, dripping all over her melons, just for fan service reasons. But yeah, it is hot for sure. I like this Sonico figure more than the one earlier, the nurse version. And the last one, we have Wave Corporation doing a pop-up parade L of Ana Yanami. This is pop-up parade L. This is a low-budget figure, but somehow Wave is the one making it. Very interesting. There is already a pop-up parade of her, but in school uniform, I think. This is the swimsuit version. Wave is doing it, which I actually like it because Wave Corporation's quality control is excellent. Yeah. Moving up to the next one over here, Wing. 5 figures. The first one here is artwork by Ikeuchi Tanoma. Both figures over here. Not liking it, right? The detail levels are kind of bad. And yeah, my mouth is running dry. I'm talking for almost 3 hours now. So, don't like this one at all. But prototypes, things can change. Next one, wow, this is the best figure by Wing, I think. Atelier Yumiya Risfeld Battle version. Damn! Now that is a Wing figure that I would actually buy. An Atelier Yumiya figure that I would actually want. How are they going to set up the figure to connect to the base, I wonder? A metal pole behind being shoved up her backside, I mean. I do wonder how they are planning to support the figure. Anyways, there will be some nasty rods to deal with for sure. Up next, we have Anchorage from Azalane. I'm not sure if I like that that mark over there, that cup over there being sliced in half, but it is a nice design regardless, for a sofa, for a chair. Up next we have Badge from Azalane. Okay, this one looks really good. The picture is a bit dark, unfortunately. I really wish that I went and looked for a brighter and higher quality picture in advance, but yeah, you can always check out yourself in myfigurecollection.net, right? Hopefully they uploaded more pictures over there. My job here is to go through every single new figure that was announced or updated, like a full list, reading out a list, and then give you guys a rough look on what the figures look like. And lastly, Laffy 2 Dozing Busy Day version from Azalane. This one also looks amazing for a bunny girl figure. Oh, I like this. I love my lollies. Okay, the last brand for today is X Plus. This will be a quick one. So these are not scale figures. These are plastic model kits for some reason. So these three characters, Alice, Rapi, and Neon, are getting plastic model kits, which is kind of interesting in a way. I'm not sure how they are pulling this off, but yeah. A bit like Bandai Gunpla, no? And that is all for Wonder Festival 2025 summer. Yeah, that is all. So which figure caught your attention? Which one is a must pre-order for you? Day one pre-order. Let me know in the comments below. For me, my conclusion with today's event and video is that, yeah, Nikke and Azalane leads the way. Blue Archive was doing okay, not many figures. But putting aside the brands that I expect to put out great stuff, which is Apex and Hobby Sakura, Prisma Wing really surprised me, shocked me even. With the Arc Knights, the Dead Alive, the Regensburg figure, they all looked super expensive for sure, but if the quality is impeccable, they are actually competing with the very best in the figure industry. And we are talking about Shibuya Scramble figure, Alter, Max Factory, and a bunch of edgy figure brands. I don't consider Shibuya Scramble figure as the very best. They used to be, but by today they are making simpler figures and keeping the prices down, maybe because the expensive ones very few people are buying. But you know, once they get their QC perfect, I think Prisma Wing is a force to be reckoned with. Yeah. So until then, I hope that you found this video to be helpful or informative. If it is, please do give this video a like, subscribe to this channel for more content like this, anime figure stuff every week. Until then, I'll see you guys again soon. Thanks for watching and goodbye.